Boo-ba-doo. Boo-boo-ba-doo-ba-doo. Hey, Bella. Goddamn hiccups. Boo-ba-doo. Boo-boo-ba-doo-ba-doo.
Hear me. And what?
What?
Can you hear me now?
No, you're still very low.
Am I? For real? Are you lying?
I can't hear you, babe. You're, like, extremely low.
I'm all the way turned up.
You may have to change your headset because I can't hear you worth a shit.
All right, hang on. Let me find the other headset.
Hey.
Hey, hey.
What's up?
Not much. I wasn't gonna go live tonight, but Bella made me.
Oh,
She was like, "Go live, damn it." So I was like, "Okay." What was that? Who has snacks? I hear snacks. Hey, Dilford.
Is that better?
yes.
Yes, a little. You're still
Better
low,
now?
but keep going.
Better now?
Yes,
Okay.
just crank it all the way up.
I've got it all the way cranked.
Scream at people.
But my laptop's probably thinking, no, bitch, you don't have me on streaming. My laptop's probably thinking you done busted the speakers and everything.
Oh, Dilford, look what I got
Yeah.
for you.
What?
That can't be good.
Because you're so special and all, and that you didn't get enough of this. It's great. Just
I swear to God.
just wait.
Oh boy.
Sorry, I'm just so.
It makes perfect sense. You just have to listen to what she's
No, I
saying.
totally understand. I'm just
Yeah, you got to follow the fucking story. Open your fucking ears,
I
Hugo.
lost
Piece of.
another damn lighter.
It's like a game of Mad Libs. What's going on here?
Greatest story I've ever heard.
Okay, folks, let me just sum up. I Skyped with Terrence Jenkins last night. I finally heard from him after a silence of 1.5 months. Around June the 21st, when Terrence was Skyping with me, Brent Spiner said, "Hey, you, Terrence."
Yeah, she's hanging out with Data from Star Trek, ironically enough.
Brent Spiner. Wow. Yep. So is that what made you think of this when I referenced that?
I mean, I had it next in the order.
So
here.
it was
coincidence.
It was magic.
Yep.
No, it was not. I don't believe in coincidence. I think it was Jesus.
Oh.
This is divine planning, Ben.
Okay, so
how can you deny the touch of Christ?
This is when her story gets a little more bizarre.
No, it's fine. She's
Something's
right.
going on with Matthew McConaughey's penis, and what was happening?
Right.
Was all of my
Brent Spiner told her that something's going on with Matthew McConaughey's penis.
So was Brent Spiner what?
Wait a minute. Are we just throwing out random ass names at this point and saying something's wrong with their penis? So apparently there's something wrong with Matthew McConaughey's penis. It's probably that it was attached to Matthew McConaughey, but hey, what can I say?
life. Like Spiner.
So Brent
was like,
Spiner
I gotta
was-
Call someone. I just found out some big news. Who do I call? The lady with the weird hookah shell necklace. I'll call her. And then she picks up and she's like, "Hey, Brent Spiner, I really liked you as David." And he's like, "Shut up. Listen, I have news.
Something's
He's
wrong
like,
with
"I'm really
Matthew
excited. You're
McConaughey's
Brent
dick."
Spiner. We're friends." And then Brent Spiner says, "Something wrong with Matthew McConaughey's dick." And she's like, "What?" And then we'll find out.
Because we're being
It
attacked.
smells like feta cheese.
Ew.
There was a
It
very
tastes like
serious
Gouda, though. It's so
malware.
confusing.
Hold on. They get malware in their dick. Okay.
That makes sense.
I'm sorry.
I'm following so
computers-
far.
System at Church of Gail, and it caused all the men at Church
Right.
of Gail to
Church of
cause them to
Gail.
have all sorts of penis afflictions. It was very
Right? Penis
painful,
afflictions.
And
What
me
the
just-
actual fuck?
they spent the ordeal with the penises lasted for at least a good week in that.
That sounds like it could be a
June
book in the
21st to
Bible.
June-
The ordeal of the
Ordeal
penises.
with the penises.
That almost could be like a Star Wars subtitle. Star Wars Episode 8, Ordeal of the Penises. Dun, 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 dun.
June 28th, they were just having this ordeal with penises
Right.
because of Jesuit trigger
Trial by
on the
penis.
Church of Gail computers. They spent a lot of time in sick bay.
Hold on.
Okay.
Hold on. Where did she say they spent time?
Sick bay.
Because they're on the
It's sick
they're on
bay
the
because they're on the
Enterprise.
Enterprise.
So Brent Spiner.
Brent Spider probably. I wonder if
What the actual
Brent
fuck?
Spiner and the ordeal of the penises. Well, Dilford, you had so fun. I can English. You had so much fun last night with this. I thought that I would finish you off with it. Get you. I swear I can English. English, my first language. Oh, you just got off, huh, Kathy? What are you doing?
Yeah, you didn't show up to the 4th of July special, did ya? I'm taking names. though. I'm taking names, Panda.
Kathy just got off. Apparently, it was hard work.
I'm taking names, dude. Like,
Whoa.
Panda told every one of you to be on my channel tonight.
Uh-oh.
Every one of you.
Wish I did duty calls.
Earphones, Kathy. Earphones. Carry your little hand. You know. You could have been there.
I mean,
Now
I
you gotta
could
be
help you with that, Kathy. I'm
Now
real
you got to be
handy.
a paid member to watch it, just for a little while.
I mean, I do come in real handy.
No, I'm done with you, Kathy. I'm
In
done with it. I'm done with you.
tight situations. Kathy's like, please.
I'm done with you, Kathy. I'm done with you. Taking my toys and I'm going home.
Can't be done with Kathy. Kathy's amazing.
Kathy
Plus,
didn't
she had
come
to
to my
work.
4th of July.
Yeah, the work.
She could have come in there and say, "Hey, y'all, hey."
The aliens abducted her telephone.
Okay. I see it. I just see. Look. Shelly made it. Milford made it. Panda
Kathy
made it
says
even though
she's
she couldn't
sorry.
chat. Even though poor
Yeah, that was
Panda couldn't chat.
bullshit, by the way.
And that was YouTube, man, because you know you ain't blocked. You're a damn mod.
I knew that. Because if I'd have been blocked, you'd have told me. But
Right.
it was YouTube. I don't know what the fuck.
That's like when
the
you told me
second
you
time.
couldn't chat. What's the first thing I did? I went to my block list. Because, I mean, Mr. Bella does, accidentally block people. And he is one of those
Yeah, I
hot
know.
mods that we can block
He
him
was
off.
pocket modding and blocked people off of mine. I know pocket mods.
No, you didn't. You didn't do
Because,
nobody, but Panda couldn't chat tonight for some reason. YouTube was fucking up because it's done me that way and I didn't know why.
Yeah,
All right,
and
I forgive
Mr.
you, but you need to go pay $3.99 to watch it now.
Mr. Bella was in my chat one time, and all of a sudden, all I'm seeing is so and so, so and so, so and so. I'm like, hey, 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 hey.
Yeah,
Mayday, mayday.
we have to watch Mr. Bella when he comes in the chat. He's a
God
mod
damn it with your eggs.
because
No, Pack. No.
he accidentally hits it.
You know, you have traumatized me with those eggs.
Actual USS Enterprise.
Yeah.
Right, you know? Captain
and,
Picard comes in, it's like, number one, something's wrong with my dick.
and he's like, okay, we'll take
Let me
care of
let me
it.
take a look at that, Captain, I guess.
Whatever. Shoots that little. Jordy looks at it with his weird visor. That makes
Yeah.
Someone
really
shoots
good.
it with a phaser on stun. Let's see if this fixes the problem.
With the stun dick.
That would be the next leaked video on the internet. TJ stunning himself in the genitals.
I'm gonna make that now.
God damn it.
I don't care how long it takes. And I'm not going to use special effects either. I'm going to build an actual phaser.
Matthew practically had a vagina at that point.
Wow.
What? That's not how penises work.
He practically had a vagina. That's how bad it was.
What is this?
What did it do? It inverted and
Did it
fucking.
go in?
It went inside and a labia fucking started forming around the edge.
Oh.
Did it just shrink into a clitoris and then the balls like fucking sucked into his body and formed a cavity? What the fuck happened?
Happy fourth,
Yeah,
Pack.
we have the same exact.
What happened was Vladimir Putin, they found out.
What? What? Is this like a game of Mad Libs?
Happy 4th, Pack. We love you. If you want to come up on panel, you can. I know yesterday you were busy.
Happy 4th of July. Pack wasn't there either. I'm a little bit upset with that Pack too. A little bit upset.
Uh-oh, Pack. Run, Pack, run.
I'm taking names, y'all.
Well,
No, you know what I forgot to do though?
What'd you do?
I forgot to give my 5 free memberships out. I figured out how to do it today, and then I forgot to do it today while I was live.
Oops.
Yeah, Mr. Bell said we was kind of busy.
I wonder if I can do it.
You're supposed to be able to. You get 10 to give away. Don't ask me how. You got to go into the YouTube or hit the button, hit the cash button, I guess through the YouTube link or what have you. I guess you don't go through StreamYard, you go through YouTube.
Memberships.
But let me know if you get it so I know what you did. Kathy, the link to the membership is on my community post, babe. I can go get it if you need it.
I can't find it. I'll have to
What's
figure that
this,
out
Kathy?
later.
Panda, can I drop my membership link?
Yeah.
I thought you was going to yell at me. Damn it.
I don't know why it's not showing up.
I think you have to actually go onto like YouTube or do it. You can't do it from your phone, can you? You might be able to do it from your phone.
Oh,
And
Lord.
it says go to the cash thing. You can't find it on that either?
Nope. It'll be okay.
No,
Just
I
share
thought
your
it was.
numbers. But apparently there's a sick bay for the penis sickness, and their penises were turning into vaginas. And there were sentient tacos and burritos trying to eat everybody.
Kathy, if I click that link, it brings up a box that says join. Or you can go to my page.
What's going on here?
Greatest story I've ever heard, and it's
This
not
is-
even done.
This is Mad Libs. This is like, let's interject random story elements into this fucking narrative until it.
So we have Brent Spiner.
Name a person. Okay, Brent Spiner.
All right, baby.
We have
Matthew McConaughey.
and his vagina penis, and now we have this. Like,
Vladimir
What?
Putin. Putin's coming for you.
Spiner knows
getting-
some shit though. Like
Spiner is
he's
getting
got
into some
the
shit.
inside scoop on like all the things.
Matthew McConaughey and Brent Spiner are into some weird shit.
Apparently,
His bladder exploded. They had to put him in stasis where they froze him, and all sorts of things happened to him. He had heart attacks, and right in the middle of an operation to fix him for a heart attack, he woke up, and then he judo chopped the doctor. He felt bad about that, but this is like gut reflex with Vladimir.
what the
It's like
no?
He judo chopped a doctor? The fuck? Oh, and just so everybody knows, this is just a nonsense stream. I'm not actually doing anything useful. I'm just laughing at dumb shit on the internet.
Yeah, because she blamed it on me making her go live.
reflex
No,
for
this-
Vladimir.
Oh, and for the record, this is all Bella's fault because Bella said, "Please, Panda, traumatize me." Because reasons. So I was like,
Yeah.
okay, Bella,
You
I
couldn't
will
traumatize
totally
it.
traumatize you.
You couldn't
Free of
traumatize
cost.
her on dance channel. YouTube wouldn't let her talk over there. Yeah.
So I am here to traumatize Bella and to torture Guilford. Because science, and not just because I enjoy torturing them.
You just enjoy it. Won't you
I
just,
see how it is.
she just enjoys it.
Yes, because I can see your face when she's sitting there talking about inverted penises.
I don't know who the hell she is. I'm just listening.
Gail Schuler, she thinks she's married to Brett Spiner, who used to be Data from Star Trek. She's been harassing and stalking this man for 22 years. To the point the celebrity actually had to take out a restraining order against her.
Hey, but I
And
did
she-
get pallets. I did get pallets out over there tonight, which is a good thing. I know she lost her dad on the 4th of July, so I didn't want to be
Aw.
by herself. So we did get her over there tonight.
That's good. She should come and get traumatized. That is
just-
commitment.
I just
Yes,
texted her. I don't know if she's still up or not.
that's commitment right there.
It is commitment.
Not the kind of commitment I want, though.
Come on now.
No. No.
Maybe there's
Vladdy.
got to be some sort of like
What
a
is
thing
it?
that you do with friends and you share it and you're like, you look at my Mad Lib,
I
that's how it
feel
turned
like-
out. Like, it's no, I think she should.
Hey,
Maybe she's
Shelly.
just drunk. I don't
See,
know.
Shelly was in my
That's
live.
more.
tonight.
That's she doesn't sound drunk. She's really used to it.
Hey,
She's a
I
very
was
lucid
in
drunk.
the
Vladimir
Yeah.
Putin.
And then when he woke up, he heroically pushed himself, which explains why the accurate pictures of Vladimir in the media made him look like he was almost dead. And he managed to fly church.
Stop.
No.
Stop the songs. They suck. You suck at singing.
The final
Garbage.
countdown.
Gail down to China.
Vladimir
And on the
Putin.
way down, several nukes almost hit them because I guess they were going so fast. The Earth radars are not as good as Church of Gail radars, and they thought that
Yeah,
Church of Gail
that
was
makes
a
sense.
Bukkake or a new.
The Church of Gail. I mean, we've all heard of them,
They
right?
have-
The Church of Gail. They have the best radars, dude.
They have Bukkake nukes.
I put on Facebook. Did you ever come to
Apparently,
Tony?
they have Bukkake nukes, and they're going to boom everyone with Bukkake. So it's sperm booms.
Like Gail, like Oprah's friend Gail.
Yep. Church of Gail, dude. Church of Gail. They got the best radars. Don't you know that? Better than the U.S. government has.
I have been misled.
Matthew McConaughey has a vagina, and Brent Spiner is somehow involved, and so is Vladimir Putin. He karate chopped somebody.
Post that
No,
to
he
my
judo
community
chopped. It's very
tab.
different. Judo is defensive.
Oh, right, judo chop.
I wouldn't
Right.
normally.
Sorry.
I wouldn't normally put all of these people together in this group. How do they all know each other?
They're all friends. They're like the
Church of
Super
Gail?
Friends. You ever fucking seen the Super Friends?
Yes,
Well, they're like the Super Friends.
they're the dick malware friends.
Yeah. Well, this is like the Legion of Doom gave them a dick virus.
I don't
You know, it's the Church of Gail that's at fault, really.
And Vladimir had to outmaneuver that, and he
Yeah.
heroically.
Go check my community tab for fresh fuckery, courtesy of Sirius Pack.
Oh God.
That's all Pack's fault right there. Go look at it, Dilbert. It's the best. Pew, 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 pew. Banana, banana, banana.
Happy birthday, Sam.
Whoa.
That's my
What's the
jelly.
matter, Dilford? What is it? What's the
What's
matter,
wrong with you?
Pack?
Yeah. I was about to say that's pack behavior right there.
Hey, it's entertainment.
Entertainment.
It makes you go, eh. It makes you scream. In all the best
I don't know if
ways.
that's I don't know.
I make Dilford scream.
What is that supposed to mean?
I make you scream in pleasure or displeasure. I'm not sure which that is.
What in the world? Ma'am, I need you to calm down.
No. And also, some wee over the rainbow, bluebirds fly. If bluebirds fly.
When I said go live, I didn't say sing. I really didn't. I didn't say sing, Pamela. This is not my fault, y'all. Really not. I had nothing to do with this.
Hey, Dilford, Kathy wants to know what you're wearing and if you're home alone. Very important question.
What?
I need PP money, by the way.
Yes, I am.
Oh, Bella. You've been a member for a month.
What? I didn't do nothing.
Thank you. I still need PP money for Dilford's PP. All the ladies, I'm taking
Oh
up
my God.
money for Dilford's PP. I'll be right back. I'm gonna go get his butt plug.
What?
Even while his body was like thawing out from being frozen and everything, he managed to bring Church of Gail to land in China. Then he fell asleep, and then the rest of the guys took over. I think Brent Spiner was a leader in that.
Good.
And they chose to go to China because Hu Jintao is you know, on my marriage list.
Right.
They figured that try to.
Yeah. No, guys, shut up. She's trying to tell a fucking story here.
Sorry, I'm just so.
It makes perfect sense. You just have to listen to what she's saying.
I totally understand. I'm just.
Yeah, you got to follow the fucking story. Open your fucking ears, Hugo, piece of shit.
Yeah, I'm a piece of shit. I get it.
Jake understands. Jake follows this, but Hugo is just having trouble, just like usual.
I'm pretty slow.
Fucking Hugo is like the world's shortest mental midget. I'm sorry. It's just a sad state of affairs, but you know, he really doesn't even deserve to speak. In fact, sometimes I think that he's just like a ventriloquist dummy that Jake uses, and it's like his comic foil. Like, you know, Jake will say some brilliant, insightful shit, and then Hugo will be like, "Duh, me too, boss."
Boss. I think my hand is always like up inside of him.
Yeah, you're fisting him. It's beautiful.
Accurate, to be fair.
That's what I get out of this. I'm not intellectually involved. I'm anally involved, and that's what matters.
Yes. Yeah, that's all that matters.
Fix their penises.
Yeah, fix my penis.
So Hu Jintao apparently assigned some Chinese doctors to work on them,
Yeah.
and they agreed with the doctors that they would be put under anesthesia and allow the doctors to operate on them. When they woke up, they looked down at their penises and saw this crisscross, just two crisscross bandages, and they realized that all of their penises had been surgically removed, and they all had vaginas.
Right.
And,
yeah.
That's like you don't just lose a penis and then obtain a vagina. You have to take it off and then make a vagina.
They look down. It's like, holy shit, a vag. This isn't what we wanted.
So China, I think, gave
Brent
forceful.
No, neither one of you are wrong. You heard it right.
Spiner and Brent.
Brent Spiner, Vladimir Putin, and Matthew McConaughey.
After you.
Hey, go check my community tab because of science. You won't be sorry, or maybe you will, but oh no, where'd it go? Thank you, Bella.
What? I didn't do nothing.
It's a super bukkake.
I didn't do nothing. I was sitting over here and just, listening.
Go look at my community
I did.
tab.
I hit like.
Can you not unsee it?
Huh?
What's the matter? Can't you unsee the bukkake?
No, I can't. I hit it and I left.
Exit stage left.
The dynamic trio.
After Putin was thawed out and actively dodged nuclear missiles. Of course.
Let me ask you guys a question. If you had to fuck Matthew McConaughey's pussy, Brent Spiner's pussy, or Vladimir Putin's pussy.
No, McConaughey.
You're going with McConaughey?
It's between McConaughey and Putin, and I'll tell you why. McConaughey, because he's beautiful. I mean, you could turn him around and you might not be able to tell the difference.
Yeah.
And Putin's a status fuck.
Right.
I mean,
What if Brent Spiner was playing Data at the time you fucked him, though?
That's kind of hot.
I'd go
Yeah.
Data. I want him to techno babble at me.
Yeah,
Tell me
you
what
know.
my dick's doing.
but he can't feel it because he's an
He's
android.
like, emotionless, but then halfway through he turns on the emotion chip from the one movie, Generations.
Yeah.
And he's like, oh, now I'm into it. And then Jordy can watch. Be good.
Or Crusher.
Sure, especially Crusher.
We have to
Which
get
Wesley?
Are we talking about Wesley Crusher, or are we talking about
No, not his mom.
No, Wesley.
No, Wesley, the hot
Wesley?
one.
You want Wesley?
Boy
Wesley.
genius Wesley Crusher.
Yeah, we need Will Wheaton.
I want him to cradle my balls while Spinal.
Will Wheaton cradles your balls as you fuck.
No, not Will Wheaton. He has to be in character.
Okay.
Character.
Wesley
Cradles
Crusher
your balls.
cradles your balls lovingly while you pound Data's cybernetic pussy.
want
I guess Will
Spinal to
Wheaton,
take my shaft.
I guess Will Wheaton hates TJ.
Yeah, he does.
It's kind of
Will
It's
funny.
kind of beautiful.
Yeah,
But you know what? I
If
hated
I
Will
could be
Wheaton.
friends with Will Wheaton.
I hated Will Wheaton before that, though.
It's
I hated him first because I hate Wesley Crusher
That's
because
not-
he's a
Will
fucking.
Wheaton,
Okay.
he's a nice
He
guy.
sucks. No,
Except he
no,
hates
no.
you. That's
He
why
sucks
I like
because
him.
here's why he sucks because back in the day, like when they had him on Star Trek: The Next Generation, he was like the young fucking kid. But he like,
Yeah.
I would say in the first 2 seasons, like 50% of the time, it's fucking Wesley Crusher who saves the day. You know, like if only we'd have listened to Wesley. It's like fuck Wesley. He's a fucking cunt. Fucking someone should. I wish Worf would fucking take a batleth and fucking decapitate that piece of shit so we can just be done with it.
Jesus.
All right, we've gone too nerdy here. Let's fucking get back to this crazy bitch.
Okay.
And yes, I said butt plug.
They were so mad, and they had been
Yeah.
asleep for 2 days. For
They
the
were
operation
mad.
when they woke up. And
You
saw
replaced my penis
So
with a
they spent
vagina.
a
I am
day
now
looking for,
mad at you.
Chinese doctors and Vladimir.
So is this like fan
leading
fiction? I
judo
mean, what's going
chopper.
on here?
Fan fiction for what?
I don't know.
What would this be?
It's sex change fanfic, Ben.
You never heard this before, Ben?
No.
It's
What the
gender
fuck is-
swap, buddy.
Yeah, you need to like.
Gender
Don't be
swap
rude,
fan
okay?
fiction. You know, I mean, like this is actually stories where Brent Spiner, Matthew McConaughey, and Putin get sex changes. That's actually a genre unto itself.
Has a whole Reddit.
Yeah, that's like, you know, I don't know what you call it, but there's a whole fucking thing dedicated just to that.
It's almost 2015. Ben, get progressive.
Yeah, get with it, Ben.
And they got
Get the fuck with it, buddy.
their penises back. Their penises
Good.
were in excellent condition because the reason the Chinese
Good.
doctors stole the penises is because they had
This
small ones.
penis is in pristine condition.
This is a
They had small, sickly penises, and they were replaced.
It was a poor,
Strong,
wretched, sickly penis.
vibrant, full
I want-
penises.
I want to undergo this surgery now. This sounds fun.
Apparently, it's a good surgery.
I need to get me this fucking strong, virile penis.
It's a penis upgrade surgery. Is what it is.
Now TJ has hope.
RPG for
Penis the size of a salami. I want that. Let's get that going.
And they wanted big ones. So
Right.
they made their restored penises perfect.
Right.
So with perfectly restored penises, Brent spent 3 days doing surgery to install the penises back on the guy.
Wait, is
Okay.
Brent personally did
Yeah.
Brent did the surgery.
Brent,
Oh my god. So they've surgically installed more penises because their penises turned into vaginas. Wow. I didn't know that that's how that worked. I may need to
Yeah, be like that.
explain this. I'm very confused. I did this to traumatize Dilford, and now I'm the one being traumatized. And there are explosives going off in the background, so ignore that. Yes, Pack. I am just.
That's what happens when you try to do that to me. Happens back to you.
I'll put it like this, Pack.
Payback's a bit.
I will never be the same. I will give you that. You have changed me forever.
There we go.
Let me Pack this. Let me give Pack a ticket to my back door. Come in my back door.
It could be a setup. Be careful.
This is an X-rated stream. We come in each other's back doors all the time. I had to go and retrieve Guilford's butt plug. No, I am not glad you showed me how to basic. Get
What
your ass up
the
on the.
hell? No. What in the
Yeah.
world? No.
Hello. Space tacos.
Yes.
Pack.
Yes.
I will be forever confused. Thanks to you. Apparently, there's Jesuit sperm booms,
Well,
and
the actual term for it is the Nukaki.
Nukaki. Okay, so there's a giant Nukaki, with lots of sperm in it, and they're gonna drop it, and apparently everyone's gonna get Nukaki all over them, and that's a lot of sperm.
They milked all of it out of Bubba the Black Jesuit.
All of it?
All of it.
How big is his member? Because that's still a lot of bukkake.
Not very big. He is a fat black guy.
So they're going to need to milk a lot of people for all of that bukkake.
Spiner, the actor, is some sort of penis surgeon.
Did he do his own surgery too?
Apparently.
Brent Spiner, no anesthesia or anything.
For the other men, I won't let them down this time.
He just got in
This time I
character.
accidentally
He's
gave
like,
you
I'm Data.
vaginas."
I can't feel physical pain. Just gonna operate on my vagina until it's a massive penis.
What have you done to us, Ben?
I ask Ben that all the time. I'm like, why the fuck do you do this to me, Ben? What the fuck is wrong with you?
Where did
You're a
you fucking
sadistic.
find this lady?
Ben is a sadistic piece of shit. It's true. He fucking will torture you with these clips.
He's terribly sadistic.
He's
They left
evil.
Matthew McConaughey's penis alone.
Right.
Because
it was
the other
already
guys had to
perfect.
get their penises put back on.
Okay.
And then after that, the next job.
No,
was to fix
nothing
the
happened
malware
after that. Come on. Do we really? Does the story really need more?
Yeah, it's like the last Lord of the Rings movie. You think it's over,
And then it
just
keeps going.
Yeah.
So,
Do you want to know something funny,
Gail. They had
Panda?
Brown Church of Gail for quite a while. To do
Yeah.
this. So this must have taken like around.
Some of the stuff we're covering right now is the stuff from Jesus the Eternal Bridegroom, her best book.
Finally, they decided a system restore was not working, and they decided to follow my advice and my videos, and they completely destroyed the computers and just built them brand new.
I'm sorry, I'm lost. I don't know what's happening.
Thank you, Kathy.
How do
Thank
we get
you.
from
The
Thank you
Church
for
of
the
Gail
gift
is a
membership.
fictional starship that she has invented, and all this is happening.
This is insane. And welcome, Moxie. Congratulations for your membership. Everybody say thank you to Kathy.
Good job, Kathy. Someday someone will be trying to give you a Chris Chan medallion, and I'll come out of nowhere. You're like, no, and knock out their hand and break it. Did you hear about Ethan Ralph?
Oh God, Ethan Ralph, really?
He got his hands on a Sanchu medallion, and everyone was like, "Don't be touching those, man. They're cursed." Now he's evacuating his home because it's in the projected path of that hurricane Mexico is about to get.
Oh my God!
Like a week after getting it.
What is this woman legitimately? Is she trolling us?
No, again, people thought she was trolling, and they went to Star Trek convention like Brent Spiner. Have you ever heard of Gail Schuler? And you could see the life drain out of his face, and he's like, "Yeah, I'm aware of Gail."
But like, she stalked him for 22 years. That's a long time to.
Yeah, her stalking him is one of the reasons her husband left her. One of many, 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 many reasons.
That and her super yeast.
I mean, I would too. I would definitely leave.
But the one thing I do love about when we cover Gail is it's just good. Well, I won't say clean, but it's just good fun. It's not. I'm not having to rip somebody. I can just laugh at stupid shit, and that's why I like showing Gail. And I enjoy it. It's funny as hell.
Yeah, and I mean, she's not hurting anyone except Brent Spiner, I guess. But he has money. He has money for security guards.
Well, yeah. I mean, she's not a bad person. She's just
Fucking insane.
Yeah. Like, she's not hurting anybody, and she's entertaining, so it's fun.
Happening to the ship or around the ship, and Brett Spiner, Putin, and McConaughey are part of the crew or something.
Okay.
See, you guys just don't get it. You're not on my level.
Maybe we should drop down to Hugo's level.
Yeah, it makes sense if you're me.
I'm not willing to go down to Hugo's depth. I mean, that's just too far. You know, I mean, I'll do a lot of fucked up shit. You know, if you offer me $5, I will pretty much kill anyone you point at me or point me at, but I'm not going to stoop down to Hugo's level. That's just too much.
Hugo?
Hugo.
You just called him a Hugo.
Hugo.
He's like a fucking
These new computers are not quite as sophisticated.
You know what kind of funny, actually?
As the ones that they had to destroy. Because that Jesus built that church.
Are you familiar with Gillian Nepperly?
No.
She wrote this book called The Jilly Juice Protocol. She is not a doctor.
Oh, yeah. I know who she is. Because she went on Dr. Phil.
Yes.
And, yeah.
But it's funny because if you listen to Gail, she has the super yeast because the Jesuits gave her the Candida virus. And that is also what Jillian claims. She's like, oh, this helps cure just about everything because it gets rid of the Candida virus, which is a real thing. Like we all have Candida in us, but it's not harmful. You have to remember, like, we have bacteria in our guts and stomach acid, and it's non-harmful. They just kind of exist. But for some reason, some weird people are like, if we could just get rid of these, we could cure cancer and polio and blindness and autism.
Yeah. Yeah, because, you know, that'll work.
I think that was my favorite Gillian Nepperly quote, because I guess she also claimed that Candida causes people to act erratically. So she said that 9/11 was an inside your gut job.
Yeah, but Jillian knew she was scamming people too.
No, she didn't. That's the weird thing. Like her protocol is definitely harmful for you because of how much freaking salt it calls for. But she truly believes her crap.
Oh God, that's dangerous.
Yeah, I was about to say, she apparently, the reason she looks so unhealthy nowadays is because she herself drinks a quarter of jelly juice a day.
Right, Kathy?
Kind of like that Love Has Won cult. I can't remember her actual name right now, but I remember she made her followers call her Gaia. How they sold colloidal silver, and she died from just ingesting so much colloidal silver. They say when they found her mummified remains, she was practically blue.
Because that's helpful. um, and again, Moxie, if I didn't tell you, I think I did, but welcome to the Panda Fam memberships. Be sure and say thank you to Kathy. And congratulations.
Congratulations. Why are we congratulating her for? I didn't see nothing like that. I ain't saying Oh, never mind. You're talking about people that got the membership.
Yeah, she did. She told people they could regrow their limbs.
I'm
We
trying
are
to
not
monkey that.
lizard people. We are not amphibious. We are not frogs or
You know what is kind of funny?
what?
Jillian Nepperly, big supporter of Alex Jones. Gail, big supporter of Alex Jones. That guy really, really screwed up like a whole generation of like bored housewives.
Clearly, you have to be crazy to support Alex Jones.
Jesus did it.
Oh wait. Not a
Okay, so
starship,
no,
you
it's
guys.
not a
This is
starship.
throwing a wrench into what I thought was happening. Wait, maybe he's a starship captain though. Maybe
Jesus,
he's like
no,
Kirk and
Jesus,
Picard combined.
fuck you. Jesus is an admiral in Starfleet.
Yes.
Admiral Jesus, not a fucking captain.
Yes.
He's an admiral, but every once in a while a crisis comes up and he has to pilot his famous ship again and he'll steal it and stuff.
Just one more mission. That was Jesus.
Jesus
But
sounds a
at
lot like
least
Batman.
they're safe from the horrible malware, which made it this malware made it they couldn't even communicate at all with the outside world.
That's
If
sad.
they did, their penises would be attacked.
What?
I just
put something over your penis and then do your stuff.
But okay. I'm done. I'm done trying to understand this. This is crazy.
And that's why I didn't hear from them.
Right.
And
that's crazy.
So basically, that's a summation of what happened. And I think I've covered the most important things. My sister had nothing to do with it. In fact, she grew a penis.
Okay.
Doesn't that make her your brother now?
Wait a minute. Did she just say what I think she just said?
Yes.
Her sister, who formerly did not have a penis, grew a penis.
Well, here's the thing, because Gail is so crazy, like her family kind of like disowned her. So she doesn't really talk to them, so she just assumes that happened and can't really get in touch with them to confirm nor deny. I mean, in their defense, would you want to talk? Would you want to sit next to this woman at Thanksgiving dinner?
No. I do not want super yeast. I mean, super yeast, she's super yeasty.
Available now.
On Panda's next album.
Oh God. Could you imagine when Gwyneth Paltrow did the whole goop thing and she sold a candle scented like her vagina? You just get the Gail candle. It smells like a bakery when you light it up. Just smells like a sourdough bakery.
You will not ruin sourdough for me, goddammit. You just stop that right now.
Hey Panda, you ever had like a nice fried egg on some toasted sourdough
My sister
with
had nothing
lettuce
to
and
do with
tomato?
it. In fact, she grew a penis.
I would say that has something to do with it.
That just, that demonstrates that her sister had nothing to do with it. She was busy growing a penis at that time.
Wait, but the other ones had to get reconstructed penises, and she just grew one.
She just grew one.
Unrelated.
Not all penises are interconnected,
La
man.
la 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 la. I can't.
Some penises are independent of their
This is by far
penises
the
that
craziest fucking thing you've ever shown us. This is the best thing that's ever been on your show.
Patrick Coleman, not even close. Like we need her on.
Patrick Coleman wishes he could get this drunk.
Result of this malware. She's been safely in Church of Gail prison the entire time.
Okay.
She grew a penis. So once they fixed the malware, she lost her penis. So
good.
But while she had a penis,
I'm
she
glad that was
raped
resolved.
A couple of
Glad that
She
subplot
raped?
wrapped up.
Wait, hold on. She raped somebody?
Yeah.
She
Go
presented
back.
people with her penis because she had
I
a
want-
penis for a little bit. She's like, well, might as well
Who did
use
she
it.
rape? This is not even
You know-
close to done, by the way.
You know
Holy
who?
shit, oh my fucking
Just
God,
skip
it's not
forward to like
I want to see who her sister raped with her new penis.
She just
Wait a minute. She grew a penis just to really.
No. She grew one and was like, well, I guess since I have one now, because again, Gail's a bit bitter about them disowning her, so she doesn't have the most glowing review of her family. So she's like, yeah, my sister grew a penis, and that's definitely something she would have done.
Hey, Panda, check your text real quick. You're gonna be happy.
It be what it be.
You can tell her back if you want to.
Heck, one of my subscribers said you ruined food for them forever.
Heck, that was not me. That was not. I didn't send her that.
Oh, that's amazing.
You know, he took to it, yeah.
I gotta set up a thing to get all my money.
As Dilford is always pointing out, for you guys, this was one of the worst days of your life. For me, this was an average Thursday. You want to know something funny, Panda? Grace was streaming today. And in usual Grace Thorpe fashion, she had the clickbaity title. She had putting sparklers in our you-know-whats. And only 52 people were watching it live. Like, from the 200 people they used to be able to pull in to now that. So I think most people get by now that nothing interesting is going to happen. As a clickbaity title, it's just going to be Ben perpetuating on for like 7 hours about how men are victims of women and Grace nodding along.
Oh, that's amazing. Because those two should not be getting any kind of positive attention for the shit they're doing.
like, wait, the story's just getting interesting.
It's just starting warm. Story's just starting to heat up, guys. Yeah.
Does she have a YouTube
She
channel that
raped
she
a
continually
couple of the
posts to?
women.
She raped a couple of the women where?
At the prison. She's at the church. Apparently, the church has a prison.
So the Church of Gail has a prison, and her
Yes.
sister grew a penis and raped several women.
Yes.
Okay, I'm just trying to follow the plot here.
This is better than half the Star Trek movies, in fairness.
Yeah.
I'm not.
V'ger.
It's definitely better than one where they fucking had to save the whales. You know?
Definitely.
What?
The
Star
Voyage
Trek
Home.
4 is one of the better ones. Fuck off.
Nah. You
Kill
garbage.
yourself.
You fucking garbage.
Garbage.
You fucking garbage.
In the Church of Gail prison. Yeah, she had a penis with semen. And before they could stop her, she did manage.
Do you want your penis with or without semen?
I don't know how she could be so different from me. I don't understand it. Anyways, this is what has
Why is she
been happening,
giggling?
folks.
Like,
I think I
she
covered
just
the main
raped a
stuff.
couple prisoners.
She raped some people. It was fine.
She's always been the black sheep of the family.
Okay.
She's always been
One
the
thing they
rapey
had to
sheep.
worry about, one reason they took so long to contact me was they were scared that if they communicated with me, the contamination from Church of Gail could flow onto my computer and that I would grow a penis. So they were so worried about that, they even had a discussion like, what do we do if Gail gets a penis? They decided they would love me anyway and just love me brain to brain. I told them, I don't think Jesus would let me grow a penis. Anyways, here's a letter that I got from Brent. Said, my darling Gail, it feels so good to know that my communication will finally reach you in the form of this letter. As we both know, brain-to-brain communications can often be quite foggy.
Right.
Was
So-
it telepathic now?
This is a
Just Brent
personal
Spiner.
message.
This is
And
Brent
Gail.
Spiner sent her this message.
Wait, is this Gail? I don't know. Because if
Br-
is that her church?
Apparently.
I
Maybe.
think she's got schizophrenia.
She's got the best schizophrenia I've ever seen.
Yeah, she's friends with
She
Brent Spiner in her fantasy world.
How do you know she doesn't really know Brent Spiner, guys? Come
I'm
on.
just gonna assume she can't telepathically communicate with Spiner, but
Well, but can
did have
Spiner?
telepathic powers when he got murdered in Independence Day.
That's true. So you can't discount anything.
So I'll do my best to clear up as
Gotta
many
keep an open
details
mind,
as I
guys.
can about the recent events that have transpired. All of Church of Gail's computers were hijacked by a very powerful and sophisticated Jesuit malware. When even a system restore failed to fix the problem,
She says it's Jesuit malware, so it's an order of Catholic priests that are
Yes,
putting malware into her supercomputer that Brent
Malware that
Spiner
makes grow
helps.
dicks.
Yes.
because of like boys.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah.
See, this story has a flow. It has a message.
Something. I'm sure it's there.
I'm learning something. I don't know what. But I'm
It's
into it.
Fucking wow.
we were at a devastating and frustrated loss, but thankfully Vladimir took your brilliant advice. We have since employed and completed your destroy and replace strategy. All infected computers have since been burned and removed from the church, and we finished work on installing a brand new system with all brand new computers on Church of Gail. This new
Good.
system may not be advanced as the one we had before and will quite likely have some bugs, but at least it allows us to communicate with you electronically again. As to the nature of the malware, this is where things became quite unsettling for us. I suppose I'll just tell you how this first started.
Oh my
So-
god.
Panda.
Hey,
This
I
is
mean,
when it
this
became
is-
unsettling.
Imagine
Yeah, this is pretty
imagine that
long.
for a
The
minute.
malware that makes
You- You're on the Church of
you
Gail.
grow a penis.
You're on the Church of Gail, and you go to your personal computer and you check your emails, and there's an email titled "Hot Nudes of Gail," and you're all about that because you're on the Church of Gail. So you click it and download the crap taskbar that makes you grow a penis.
Hmm. I don't know.
Sure. Yeah, it turns out those people who just get like porn pop-ups and Nigerian princes asking them for money got off easy.
Not me. I just get porn bombed by other people's boyfriends. Why can't I get the cool shit and grow penises? I feel a little left out here, to be honest.
Pack looked over at his old friend. He knew he'd need it. He knew by the end of the night he would need the horny stick once again.
Hey. You took us down this rabbit hole. I just went where I naturally go.
Meh.
And I guess if you have a penis, I guess if you don't have a penis, you grow a penis. But if you do have a penis, then it makes your penis sickly and vaginal.
Apparently.
I'm unsure as to how this malware works or how it actually affects your physiology, but
trans people everywhere are rushing towards
they're like,
Church
yeah,
of
they're
Gail.
like
So they're
trying
like,
to get
"Hey,
this
do I have to pay
malware. It's
for
like,
this?"
hey, can you hook me up with that malware? Because I'm trying to pay for this expensive surgery, and this sounds a lot
I
easier.
just want to be who I am for free.
Are you ready to move on, or do you want to hear more of this madness?
No, I can't even handle any more of this.
And yes, she
You
does
thought
have
you
a
were drunk
channel.
before.
What's the name of it? If you know, if not,
You
I
need
can't
to-
remember right now,
you
but
need to
I'll
give
look
us
it
a
up.
link.
you
Oh,
should.
you have
someone,
to.
someone Facebook it to me. Someone do it. I don't care.
Vladimir Putin.
Nuclear bomb on the way. Needs scientists and military now.
That sounds urgent. Hey, it's this
We have
lady.
an emergency. The Jesuits are about to launch a nuclear bomb that has
Those
semen in
fucking
it that will
Jesuits.
infect
Wait.
everyone.
Stop. Semen.
Do we want to talk about her response to us first before we watch this?
Yeah.
Okay.
For those of you who don't know, it was the Friday show, right?
Yes.
We talked about this lady who said that Brent Spiner and that Brent Spiner played Data on Star Trek: The Next Generation. Just in case
Yes.
you don't know who that is.
And Matthew McConaughey.
Matthew McConaughey and Vladimir Putin.
I think Hugh Jackman was involved too. Somehow.
Someone like that. She believes, I've done a little bit more research on her. She believes that all of those are men who are basically like her love slaves, or they're trying to get with her. They're desperate to be with her. And she's being thwarted at all sides by these Jesuits who are trying to destroy the world or whatever.
And they made their penises fall off. All the men.
And all the men that are in her little sex cult, the Jesuits sent a computer virus that some made their genitals, their dicks, fall off or rot,
turn
or
into
something.
vaginas.
Yeah, basically, she said that Matthew McConaughey's penis was basically a vagina. So anyway, we made a video about how crazy she is, how batshit fucking insane, and she wrote this response on her Facebook.
Right. It's funny that she wrote the disclaimer at the top because she's the one talking about penises turning into vaginas and semen.
Right.
But
so anyway, warning, this video is not suitable for children. Gail posts this video to educate. She's talking about our video to educate the world about how Jesuit leader Zach Knight's followers operate, to show that he is the vile man, the Antichrist described in the Bible. Who the fuck is Zach Knight? Can we pull up a picture of this Zach Knight? Is this even a person?
I don't know who it is. I didn't even look it up because I figured it would just be the most ridiculous shit ever.
That's why we need to find out.
Do you want me to pull him up?
Go, yeah.
Okay.
Let's see this Zach Knight. That's apparently the Jesuit leader that pulls our strings. Zach Knight.
Zach Knight.
That's him?
I don't know. I look up Zach Knight, and this is what I find.
That must be him. Because everyone else she talks about is...
Sam is my mod, and is always here.
Yeah, I was going to say bye, Mama 43. See you later.
Sam is my mod,
See you later.
and Sam will stay here. So if you have a problem with Sam, then
They go.
he's always here. And Sam is always going to be here. So don't fucking come in here talking shit about my Sam.
So decrees I, Jesuit leader Zach Knight.
I don't even know who Zach Knight is.
No one knows.
Must have been somebody who jilted her or something.
Well, here's the thing. Gail had her own schizophrenic delusions, and then trolls found her, and they started feeding her stuff, so it might be the name of one of her trolls. Because another member of the Church of Gail is a man named Terrence Jenkins, and that's no one of importance.
I love you, Sam.
I'm sorry I didn't catch it earlier, Sam, but I got her.
Sam will be here. Okay? Because Sam has always been here. This is her home, and if you don't like it, that's tough shit.
Famous.
This guy?
Yep.
He looks like he belongs in like a early 90s boy band or something like that.
Is he Asian?
I have no idea.
It's hard to tell from this distance.
Okay. All right.
So this is the guy that's pulling our strings. These perverts sent me a link to their video. Did you send her a link to our video?
No, you know,
None of us sent
you
the
know
video
a
to her.
fan did it.
Where I am featured starting at around 1:04 in the video. It amazes me that these Jesuit jackasses can post their vile video full of 4-letter words and graphic sexual descriptions. Okay, the video of yours that we were responding to was nothing but penises. So I don't think you could take us to task for our supposedly graphic sexual descriptions and not be banned under YouTube as age restricted. While I post the truth about Jesuit crimes and YouTube makes my videos age restricted. Yeah, I wonder why they would make your videos talking about penises for 2 hours restricted. It's pretty obvious that Zach Knight rules the internet. That is it's obvious to all of us. It's obvious to all of us that Zach Knight runs the internet.
Zach Knight, because I knew who he was before like 30 seconds ago.
Yes, Zach Knight rules the internet. Zach meets with Satan every week. Wonder what that is. That like a lunch date? You know, I mean, if he's the Antichrist, you'd almost figure like, isn't he supposed to be Satan personified or something? Why would he have to meet with Satan every week? One of his favorite strategies is to commit crimes using space age technology that no one knows about, so that if anyone our guy, he was an android. Come on.
Yeah. That's what I think. I think maybe she's halfway between reality and fiction. You know, like Brent Spiner is actually Data, because she was talking about how
where Judge Terrence Jenkins is right now.
Or even better, Jesuit sperm bomb.
Any scientists out there that can help us stop this bomb or come up with some sort of spermicide that will counter all the germs that are going to come out of this bomb.
We'll just get like one of those porn stars that can take a lot of like a massive dose in their anus. You know what I'm talking about? Like,
it's probably a pathetic woman who hates me for growing, coming in and attacking my audience members, because she is an absolute dumb bitch. She's a horse face, Down syndrome infected coochie monster.
Sorry, Kathy.
So
I
we
wasn't
know
here
it's
last night, or I would have took her out.
Kathy. So, yeah.
Just like
She's gone
someone
right now.
with a really loose ass, and then we could just have them fucking catch the bomb in their ass, and then it blows up. But they're used to that anyway, so.
Contact Judge Terrence Jenkins at Judge Terry Jenkins, JUDGETERRY JENKINS @yahoo.com.
It's sad that even a Galileo of our times, a super genius, can't figure out how to put the address up on the screen. You know?
Oh, she's too busy with other more important shit.
Yeah, she's trying to save the world. But these scientists, man.
I like how it's Brent Spiner and Matthew McConaughey, though,
and Vladimir Putin,
and she's torn between those three.
No. She said in the video I watched of her that Brent Spiner is the only one she really has affections for, but all those other men are all suitors.
But Matthew
as well.
McConaughey is knocking on her door, like
right. Those guys are all trying to get with her, but she's just got eyes for Brent. Brent is her man. But she still allows the others, I guess, to worship her and her greatness.
Judge Terry Jenkins, or go to Gerard Butler, GERARDBUTLERMD @gmail.com. They are going to the nuclear bomb is headed right towards Canada right now, where Terry Jenkins is. We need some.
How can she function? Like, isn't she totally afraid that something's going to destroy her?
Why is it that the most disgusting, hideous women come from Canada? Like, you got Foodie Beauty, you got countless others. Emma's
I was about to say you're not gonna put down Beth like that, are you? She's the Queen of Spades. She's beautiful.
Queen of Spades. The most degenerate and loudmouth, stupid bitches come from Canada. I think they need to put Canada in a bubble and stop allowing them to breed because it produces things like Emma and Queen of Karma. Same person, essentially.
Oh,
No,
come on,
next
you.
time do hide it, Kathy,
Hey.
because I'm not going to allow somebody to come in here and attack my audience because their butt hurts. So absolutely hide her ass next time. And if you want to come in here and talk shit to me, be prepared to be boot back across the internet. But don't come in here and attack my audience. Come at me, that's another thing. Come at my audience and I'm going to eat you because they're just here watching. And you've got to be pretty fucking pathetic and desperate to attack somebody's audience. I mean, for real though, you really have to be a pathetic piece of shit to go in and attack somebody's audience.
No, dude, she's got the Church of Gail on her side. They're a force for good in an otherwise crazy and evil world.
I see.
So is this bomb nuclear or is it sperm? Because
nuclear sperm.
I mean, because like, if it's a nuclear bomb, when it blows up, like whatever sperm it contains is just going to be destroyed. It's going to be vaporized. It's not like the sperm will survive the nuclear blast.
No.
And how much sperm could you even fit in one bomb anyway?
Okay, good night,
What, I mean,
everybody.
wait, what,
I am
what
a
is
war
gonna?
out. I will see y'all tomorrow. Night, Ben.
Why
I
can't
love
it just
you.
be a nuclear
Good night,
bomb? Why does it have to
Bella.
be a nuclear
Love you.
Love
Jesuit
ya.
sperm bomb?
Happy 4th.
Happy 4th.
Scientists and military to intervene. This bomb can
Oh no, she's getting a Skype call.
It's probably Brent.
Hello? You
Yeah,
there?
it's me again.
Yeah, keep talking. I
That's
actually
Trans
have the video
Jenkins.
going right now, and I think you're being recorded.
Oh my goodness! Oh my goodness! I'm on video. That's amazing.
Yes, say what you need to say.
Well,
Okay, is this bullshit or what?
I don't know what's going on. Let's listen to some more.
a scientist on nanotechnology research team is saying that this is a new cocky. It's a new kind of nuclear bomb. It's a bomb that's got.
It's a new cocky.
In it. It's gonna
Bukkake nuclear bomb. New cocky.
Okay,
So
keep
that's all I
going.
needed to tell you.
Okay.
She's got that new cock. Who is that?
That is Judge Trans Jenkins.
I don't know who that is.
One of the trolls who is also one of her men in her stories.
Oh God. That's hilarious. He's like, oh wow, that's awesome. I'm live, really? That's fantastic.
Everyone,
It
I
sounds.
think you're being recorded. I hope so.
okay, I hope so too.
Okay.
Dan.
All right. So
Okay.
I'm gonna go.
Okay. Bye bye.
What the fuck was that?
It sounded like Violent J, kind of. I think Violent J is part of the Church of Gail. And he's figured out the new cocky.
He couldn't figure out magnets, but he figured out new cocky.
Fucking new cockies. How do they work? I'm starting to think this is like very elaborate performance art.
Do you think so?
Maybe.
On the trolls part, yes. Gail, no, she's just schizophrenic.
Oh, is that the end?
I guess. I don't know.
God, that shit was intense.
I want her. I don't, whether she actually believes this or is just a character she's putting on. I think she should write movie scripts about her adventures.
Starring
She has written 4 books.
And we have to get the actual Brent Spiner to do it.
But I guess he wouldn't now that she's.
No, we have to get him to do it. Any amount of money we have to raise to get Brent Spiner to do it, we'll do it. If we can't get the real Brent Spiner, we can get one of his many clones.
Who exactly cloned Brent Spiner?
The Jesuits, dude. Follow the plot.
It's like, of all people, Brent Spiner. It's not like he's getting a lot of work these days. So why would
the
they
illustrious Brent Spiner?
Yeah, why would they need multiple Brent Spiners at this point?
They need to discredit Gail, dude.
Oh.
That's his sole job.
Okay.
Brent Spiner gets a lot of work, man.
No, he doesn't.
Yes, he does.
A lot of work doing what?
He's got projects, man.
I'm a fan.
He has several projects in various stages of development.
I'm a fan
right
of a lot of his shit, not just Star Trek, but it's not like he's an actor that they would need clones of. You know, he's not that busy these days.
Oh, he is. He is, Ben.
Okay.
You just don't know. He's doing some top secret research with the Church of Gail. You have to remember that. He's trying to figure out countermeasures for the new cocky.
In the past few shows, we've covered.
No, we haven't. You're a liar. Why are you lying, Ben?
Gail.
You're a monster.
Schuler.
Cord Schuler.
Gail Cord Schuler.
From the Church of Gail.
Should we play the Church of Gail video first and then play Brent Spiner talking about it, or should we do it the other way around?
Does she talk about her close personal relationship with Brent Spiner in the Gail video?
She does. Yeah, she.
Let's play that first, then.
All right. So this is Gail Cord Schuler talking about the Church of Gail, which, by the way, is a spaceship floating around in outer space, and how it's being attacked by Jesuits.
The Jesuits are her enemy, led by the evil Zack Knight.
We have an emergency at Church of Gail.
Wow.
I'm going to read you a letter that I just got from Brent Spiner.
Brent Spiner, the actor that portrays Data on Star Trek The Next Generation.
Who has been her lover for many years.
She got an email from him. He's out in outer space, okay?
For real.
Getting attacked by a order of Catholic priests, apparently.
My beautiful wife, I hope you get
They're
this
married.
message. I am typing as fast as I can. The Jesuits are launching an attack on Church of Gail. They have already taken out our warp engines and life support. We are in dire straits out here. If they would stop launching their photon torpedoes, we could fix it. But they are furious about the Skype calls for YouTube.
Oh, man. Okay.
Yeah.
So let's run this back for everybody.
Well, I think everything makes perfect sense so far.
So they're in outer space, but yet they're outraged about a Skype call that she posted on YouTube. They're having a whole ass space war, and they're worried about YouTube. Please make that make sense. Somebody, anybody.
Hey, she is very, very schizophrenic.
Yes, but
Like I don't
so they're
think
worried
you
about
understand. Regular schizophrenics, normal people on Terran. She is the god emperor of schizophrenics.
back.
Yeah.
Um, I just want to thank you for the trauma and the whole brain fuck that just happened. Because, like, I can't wrap my brain around that, the fact that they're having a space war and their lives are at stake here, and these people are more concerned with a
Hey, you heard the beginning. He was typing as fast as he could.
but they wouldn't give a fuck about a Skype call on YouTube if they were.
Hey, what does every soldier say when he gets shot in a cheesy war movie? Tell my wife I love her. Well, he's in space. If they die, his body's not being recovered. She's never going to know. He has to tell her himself.
He's going to email a woman he has a restraining order against for stalking for 22 years to tell her that he's not coming home. Because that makes sense, right?
Well, you see, the real Brent. Well, you see, the real Brent Spiner doesn't have a restraining order against her. When Brent joined the Church of Gail and started flying the universe, the Jesuits replaced him with his clone. The Jesuit clone has a restraining order against Gail to discredit Gail.
So her explanation for her husband taking out a restraining order against her is that they replaced her husband with a clone.
Yes, that's why Brent Spiner is actually flying space, but he also makes appearances at like Comic Cons and stuff. Because that Brent Spiner is not real; he's a Jesuit clone.
Okay.
Yep.
So no matter what this man does, like, he's not going to get her to stop.
No.
Why do I feel like this story is one day going to be on the first 48 because she finally snapped and took him out because she was convinced that he was a Jesuit spy?
I mean, again, he has money. I'm sure he has like bodyguards and stuff.
If he don't, he should. Because this lady is definitely crazy enough to person nap them.
No, I don't think she'd try to person nap him because again, that's not Brent Spiner in her world. That is a Jesuit clone of Brent Spiner. She would probably try to kill him.
Which is my point. I feel like this is going to be on the first 48.
Well, I know, but you're saying kidnap, and I'm like, no. Why would you kidnap a Jesuit clone? No, you're just going to shoot there on the spot.
Because she would want to take him back to the Church of Gail so her people can witness her power.
Maybe.
Run, Spiner, run. Well, I don't think it'd do any good for him to run, honestly, because she would just. I honestly don't know what would help that poor guy. Like, he wasn't even like a main character in Star Trek.
Well, I mean, if you keep watching, as you heard them say, they're playing this video, and they're literally playing that video I was telling you about, where someone asked Brent Spiner if he was aware of her, and you could actually see his reaction.
She's literally obsessed with a side character. Really.
The Church of Gail. Look, Ben, what's so funny? The Church of Gail is having photon torpedoes fired at it, and they've already lost life support. And there's been some problems with the warp drive, and you know they're suppressive fire of photon torpedoes, a volley of photon torpedoes from the Jesuit ship. And Brent Spiner took some time out of that to write this email,
and they're mad about a Skype call that she posted on YouTube.
The whole reason for this intergalactic space war is they're angry that Gail posted some Skype conversations to her YouTube, which got like, I don't know, 2,000 views a piece maybe. And for that, the Jesuits have started a space war, and that makes sense.
And just remind everyone, I
just want to remind everyone actually that everything about that story makes absolute sense.
After this clip, we're going to play a clip from a Q&A session that Brent Spiner was at, where someone actually asks him about this woman.
We need your help. Could you remove the Skype calls from your YouTube channel? We are light years away from Earth and we can't transport out of here. I will keep you updated as I can. Your husband, Brent Spiner. I'm going to go to God in prayer, and I want the Christians all over the world to pray with me.
Okay.
Dear Jesus.
Dear Jesus.
I just asked, I took the Skype.
Yeah. I just asked, I took the Skype
videos off of
and
YouTube,
the Skype videos off of YouTube.
And I didn't realize it, but I already put them all
this doesn't really seem like a prayer,
like
honestly.
Divine Providence is behind this, because I believe Jesus wants
this is not a prayer, this is a ramble.
But he wants them at my website and not at YouTube.
Okay.
Lord, I can see your divine providence working in this.
I see your divine
Nothing
providence.
is too hard for you.
Oh my fucking God. She's like, everybody pray with me as I ramble and argue with myself about whether or not I'm going to keep these videos up. I believe the Lord wants me to keep these videos.
Oh no, didn't you hear what she said? She believed this was God's divine intervention. They got mad at her about Skype videos. They do not belong on YouTube. They belong on her website.
Because that's what God cares about. Not the sick children or starving people. He cares about YouTube versus websites. He doesn't care about solving world wars or world hunger. He doesn't care about the people who need him. He's more concerned with Gail's internet issues. Good to know that God is on top of Gail's internet stuff with his divine intervention.
Well, I mean, he can be everywhere at once. His power is infinite.
Right. God doesn't give a fuck about the internet. I'm fairly certain of that.
I want you to go personally rescue my men at Church of Gail, restore the life support at Church of Gail, and I want you to fix their warp engines.
So here's the thing, like, I mean,
Their warp engines.
Star Trek was so anti-God. I mean, not anti-God, I guess, but there was like religion was not a big part of the show, you know. But she's praying for God to fix warp engines and shit.
But there were plenty of episodes of Star Trek: The Next Generation that were, you know, anti-religion.
Yeah. I don't know. I don't know if I even go so far as to call them anti-religion.
Not anti-religion, but pro-skepticism.
Yeah,
maybe?
and you know, critical of religion.
Like the Picard episode.
Right. Yeah, that was. I mean, I guess you could call it anti-religious messages, but yeah.
And do a miracle for my men. And show the world that you are not on the side of the Jesuits, that the Jesuits are a satanic organization, and that you are on the side of those who honor the King James Bible.
That's the Bible G-Man reads, by the way.
And that you oppose
Something wrong
Crazy
with that
Gail
book.
Wiki, which is a Jesuit website.
I guess there's a website called Crazy Gail Wiki. Actually, I don't even know if it still exists, but it was a fucking smear website against her.
Why would you want to smear this woman when she tells such unvarnished truth? It's self-evident that everything she's saying is correct.
I have just requested at Church of Gail that we start a defamation lawsuit against Crazy Gail Wiki, and
it'd be funny, like if someone's like, "I'm gonna sue you, TJ," and you're like, "Oh no," and they're like, "Yeah, I'm gonna call my men on an intergalactic spaceship and request that they sue you," and you'd be like, "Oh well, whatever."
All right then, have fun with that.
That is the real reason that the Jesuits are launching photon torpedoes at Church of Gail and putting the.
I never thought I'd ever hear that sentence. The Jesuits are launching photon torpedoes
at the Church of Gail.
Lives of my men in danger. We have to do this.
Her men.
The Jesuits are trying to create the impression that I am the author of Crazy Gail Wiki. They have violated copyright and taken large portions of my website and put it up there. Lord Jesus, defend us.
This is all still the prayer, by the way.
I know.
Show the world that we are not the authors of Crazy Gail Wiki, and keep Brent Spiner alive because he's trying to marry me legally.
I like how she threw that in. Yeah.
Brent's in love with me. Thank you.
I've seen videos where she's literally wearing tin foil on her head.
And you would think it's all bullshit. Because
Right.
it's just so batshit crazy, but
I also saw a video where she pulls out a giant dildo and is like, "Yeah, this is good, but Brent is actually way bigger than this one." It's like, what?
How giant was it?
It was big. It was pretty big. I'll show you the video sometime.
Oh my!
Yeah.
And Brent Spiner's even bigger.
Way bigger. She's also had sexual relationships with Vladimir Putin and Matthew McConaughey. It's kind of funny how her two lovers are like in their 60s. The other one's like in his late 30s, early 40s.
Very strange.
Yeah.
The Jesuits want to kill him so that this won't happen.
I think
Lord
this is actually a good
Jesus.
time to just skip to the Brent Spiner thing.
Okay. So
this woman claims that she's Brent Spiner's wife, rather.
Yeah.
Or she's trying to be, and Brent Spiner's madly in love with her.
They have a long distance relationship.
You know, and she's obviously crazy. And a lot of people would say she's a troll, but I think there's actually pretty good evidence in the form of this question asked to Brent Spiner to show that she's not a troll.
Yeah, this is a video made by two guys who went to a Star Trek Q&A session, and we'll just play the beginning and then the part where.
And not that it really matters, but they are gay as fuck. I'm sorry. I mean, like, it's better I say it now than everyone in the comments section say it while they're watching it, and it occurs to them.
Your picture. Okay. So here, Andrew and I are at the PNE today, and we've come to see Brent Spiner.
Yeah. Is Brent Spiner and Marina Sirtis, who I've met before, which is pretty awesome.
Yeah, Ben had sex with Marina Sirtis.
No, I didn't. Shut up.
Yeah, you did.
Shh.
We're going to ask him if he's ever heard of Gail Cord Schuler, and if so, what he thinks of her. So if we do get the chance, and
he's in love with her.
Yeah, look at him. He's clearly sad and distraught without his love, Gail Cord Schuler.
Surprised she's not there with him.
Yeah, side by side for all eternity.
So good luck to me.
Good luck to you. I love you, Brent.
Hello, this question is for you, Brent Spiner. It's an honor to meet you.
Thank you, Nathaniel.
Along with stardom comes a lot of attention, some wanted, some unwanted. And there's this woman named Gail Cord Schuler who's become somewhat of an internet meme by devoting this crazy YouTube channel to you. I'm wondering if you've ever heard of her.
I like the look on his face.
Yeah.
Like as
His
soon as
first
she said
look was like, "Arr."
as soon as he said her name,
his
he was
entire face tenses up, and then he's like looking around like, fuck.
It's funny, like after he answers the question, what Marina Sirtis says afterwards is priceless.
Yeah.
And if you have a response to her claims and so forth.
Well, nobody here knows what you're talking about.
Actually, we all do, Brent.
Yeah, it's funny.
We all know
A lot of people know about it.
We know about it, Brent. So
And, so I'd be glad to answer you privately about that. But
yeah, right.
I do know about it.
Dodge.
It's only been going on for about 22 years.
22 years. And how many years ago was this?
I don't know, but it's fairly recent, just judging by the looks of him. He kind of looks like that now.
So it's been going on for at least 22 years. This woman has been talking her shit about how she's like in love with and in a relationship with and married to Brent Spiner. And he has, he's basically sitting here saying like he has no idea he knows who she is, but he's never met her even. You'll see.
Oh my God. That would be nice. I've never met.
Oh, and then there's some bitch over here talking like,
shut up, bitch.
Yeah, it's like, I'm trying to film here. I just asked a question.
I've spoken to her, and she has a very rich fantasy life. And
no, she doesn't. How dare you defame?
Yeah.
And God bless her.
Thank you.
Yeah, so that's basically what he said about it. Oh, and then Marina Sirtis says this.
I'm calling the FBI.
I'm calling the FBI.
Yeah.
I've seen her talk about this video
before.
And her line is that Brent Spiner is not the real Brent Spiner, but in fact a Jesuit clone of Brent Spiner.
Oh my
I see.
fucking God.
The real Brent Spiner is in
on
outer
the Church
space.
of Gail. Yeah. Fighting the Jesuits in space.
Is it like the USS Church of Gail?
I don't know. You know what's funny is she somehow has a starship, but she lives in a shitty apartment.
It makes YouTube videos.
I don't know. I don't understand it. Not even like if she really has the technology for a starship, like wouldn't her YouTube video camera be like the best HD and her place would look posh as shit?
I agree.
But instead, she's like talking into a shitty webcam and her apartment looks like a dive.
So apparently the Church of Gail was attacked by a sentient burrito and taco.
That happens.
Yeah.
It's like the crystalline entity, but with burrito instead of crystal.
We've got a bit of an emergency here. What happened is Bill Nye showed up and
Bill Nye? Did you say Bill Nye showed up? Oh my. Bill Nye the science guy showed up. Is he an enemy of Gail's or is he one of Gail's allies? Let's find out.
he created a shield that covered Mexico and transformed the Pukaki into burritos and tacos. And it was feeding all the Mexican people.
Right.
And they were eating the burritos and
total logic right there, folks. Turned it into burritos and tacos.
Because that's not
What's that?
racist.
Is that a cat over there or is that a dog? I can't really see. I'm looking at a Pistol's window.
Gail, the Church of Gail. A lot of people have become disciples of Gail since we started allowing her to preach her message here on the Drunken Peasants. So
tacos, and they tasted good, but it also created two giant, evil, sentient tacos and burritos. And they have started.
Okay, I'd like to remind everyone at this juncture that this woman is apparently for real and has been stalking Brent Spiner for 22, 23 years. And she's literally sitting here talking about evil sentient burritos. So, yeah.
Eating the Mexicans and are attacking Church of Gail.
Oh, no.
The
No,
church...
is she Gail? Oh, what the fuck? Evil sentient tacos.
Wow, this remake of this remake of Godzilla versus Kong is kind of racist.
Yeah, because turning things into giant Mexican food to feed Mexican people is totally not racist at all. Totally normal thing to say. Why? Because it's Mexican. Mexico, it's got to be Mexican food.
Like I said, you have to remember she's being fed this by trolls who are claiming to be the people on her ship. So, like, they know it's racist and sounds crazy, and they know if they send to her, she'll say it online because to her it's not racist and crazy. It's just what's actually happening.
I think she's absolutely racist, though.
I mean, she probably is. She's an old white lady.
Yeah, but she makes, the chicken video?
No, yes, I know. Well, okay. Correction. I didn't say she wasn't racist. I just said they knew this stuff sounds that bad. And so they tell her it because, again, in her mind, she's like, oh my God, this is happening. I need to tell YouTube.
She's racist as fuck. You okay, Dilford?
Yeah.
Was it the cocky?
Yeah.
Was it the new cocky? Boom boom. Did it get you? Or did Satellite Man choke your cat?
I don't know. Probably both.
Dilfer's just going to pop on and be like,
And your cat got choked.
I was about to say, Dilfer's just going to get on and be like, Satellite Man sending new cockies to my house again.
Yeah. That damn Church of Gail and those damn Jesuits sending Bukaki to choke your cat. We need to get her and Tony Chase together. This is a crossover we need in our life.
Tony Chase would just be like, oh my gosh, you own a spaceship? Can you have it destroy these government satellites that are choking my cat?
Then he would come on here talking about how he donated to counter the Jesuit Bukaki thing with his own Bukaki, and the Satellite Man is going to get his own personal Bukaki, and how they're stealing his Bukaki.
Hand up. Don't be the Kathleen Kennedy of Lil Cows.
What is that?
The one who's ruining Star Wars.
I'm not ruining it. I'm making it better.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh my god, I watched a video earlier we can't even play on this fucking channel. Where
is the one where she gets naked?
She is partially naked in it. She reenacts something that happened to Brent Spiner, where she plays both Brent Spiner and like these aliens. And like Brent Spiner gets knocked out on a bed, and then this crazy alien with a giant penis, which is basically Gail with a giant dildo strapped to her stomach, comes in the room and like fucks Brent Spiner in the ass. And then later on, you see Gail as Brent Spiner with all this like fake blood coming out of her ass. It is crazy. This lady is a fucking nut
So,
job.
long story short, she wants to peg him.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. No, totally no racism here. Totally normal to say things like that. I'll be right back. I gotta go get some bukkake.
Story short.
Yeah.
Gail knows what she's doing.
And he actually responded to her, and he looked very uncomfortable responding to it because he knows all about it. So
is trying to go do something like go through the sun or something, but we need more scientists.
Go through the sun. Try that, Gail.
No, the burrito. Is the burrito trying to go through the sun, or is the Church of Gail trying to go through the sun?
Neither of them can go through the sun.
How do you know what the Church of Gail's capable of?
I mean, you can go into it, but you won't come out the other side.
Right. Be vaporized way before.
You don't know. She might have some kind of multi-phasic shielding that.
Multi-phasic. Oh, you're just using Star Trek jibba jabba right now.
Yeah, I am.
Yeah.
Bill Nye actually came up with the shield, but he thinks that the
Bill Nye, the science
Jesuits
guy,
caused they he thinks that the Jesuits decalibrated his quantum subharmonic actuator.
Yeah.
And caused the shield to create this giant taco and burrito that's following Church of Gail right now, trying to eat them. But at least they got it away from the poor Mexicans. But it's hot on Church of Gail's trail. We need scientists. Email us at gailcordschuler@gmail.com. The link.
Did you guys
any
get
scientists in the audience
in the
that want to
audience,
help out?
if you're scientists, please email Gail Cordschuler at that email address. Let her know that you are a scientist and you want to stop the transphasic burrito from destroying the Church of Gail. Please.
This
For
is
the
dire.
Yes, for the love of all humanity, Gail is sitting there in her shitty one-bedroom apartment.
That is
pleading.
a complete fucking mess, in my view.
I think will be underneath this video. The tacos are shooting at their communication array, so I may lose Terrance. I'm in the middle of the Skype with him. The shield turned the pukaki into tacos and burritos.
Pukaki or
we have
Yeah, she said pukaki.
Well, then you can just eat the poo-poo, and then it's all taken care of.
Yeah, get some gays over there. They do that.
They'll clean it up.
But apparently the Jesuits sabotaged the shield, and so we scientists try contacting
Gail
Cord.
What is happening?
I don't know.
She's a reptile.
Something happened.
She's a shapeshifter. And it is
The
happening.
burritos are coming. This has happened a few times for no reason. Like the video will just start playing slow.
Has she ever acknowledged it or just acted like
I
it
don't
doesn't
know,
happen?
but it's comedic gold. Here we go.
Schuler@gmail.com, and so just we need some help. It's an emergency, okay? And also Barack Obama, if you're listening to me, Church of Gail is being attacked by a giant sentient burrito and taco. So
Yeah, Barack, you might want to appraise yourself in that situation.
Does she hear the shit that's coming out of her mouth, or
No,
is it just like verbal diarrhea?
Basically. Oh my god, I have a backlog of this woman's videos, and there are videos where she is literally wearing a tinfoil hat in them.
Yeah,
So
I heard about that.
I always thought that was just, I never thought that people actually wore tinfoil hats before.
Well, she does.
So now when I hear drinking the
To the
Kool-Aid, I
point where
imagine
you
people.
think like she has to be a troll, but yet she's so good at it that it's like, I don't know.
And she's been doing it before the internet. So if that's the case, then she's the world's first troll. I mean, she's been trolling
Original
Brent
troll.
Spiner. Yeah, she's been trolling Brent Spiner for 22 years. It's like, what? I guess the internet did exist then, but it wasn't to the degree that it is now. So
Why is this woman not in an asylum? That's what I want to know.
I don't know.
Well, the
She's
Church
just
of
like
Gail,
loose in the world.
the Church of Gail probably vaporizes anyone who tries to come commit her.
The thought of her operating a vehicle concerns me.
Yeah.
Well, she has a starship, so you better be really
Oh,
worried.
okay.
She has a starship, yet she lives
She's
in a
never
shitty
on it,
one-bedroom apartment.
She doesn't ride around in the Church of Gail for some reason. She just stays in her shitty apartment and talks to the Church of Gail via Skype. Perfectly sensible.
We have breaking news from the Church of Gail.
Do we?
Yes.
Is
We'll put it on-
our new friend here familiar with the Church of Gail?
I did see your last podcast, so I
All right,
am
so-
familiar with the Church of Gail.
We don't have to fully explain then. So let's put Gail on the screen so she can inform us as to what's been going on.
Why all these
Who
Jesuit
cares?
websites that claim they're married? The real Brent Spiner, not his clone, does not feel he's married to Lori. And if you click on the link right underneath this video,
That's crazy.
you will see, you can hear the actual, what I just read, you can hear what Brent said. Now, there is a YouTube video that's made the rounds entitled Brent Spiner Talks About Gail Cord Schuler. And on that video, that's the one of the Brent Spiner clone. You know how we know that?
Yeah, the video of Brent Spiner getting asked if he knows who she is and him basically saying she's crazy as fuck. That's not the real Brent Spiner. That's the Jesuit clone Brent Spiner.
The Jesuits, they're very crafty.
Yeah.
And I'm it's interesting to me that they pay so much attention to Brent Spiner, you know?
By the way, TJ, you were mentioning to me the other day that the Church of Gail Facebook is just like exploding. Like it's a new religious movement, basically.
Well,
all of a sudden, out of nowhere. How did that happen?
I don't know, but it's not an actual, there's a Facebook group called Church of Gail that is, it's not a real tribute to her. It's like a parody where people are like kind of adding their own, like people are taking what Gail said and like running with it and adding shit to it.
Aren't they like releasing the specs of the starship and all
Oh
that?
yeah. They're talking about what the Church of Gail's specs are and all kinds of stuff. You know, they're getting shit figured out over there. So this could be a new religion at some point.
Yeah.
Because this is what he says.
For all we know, 2,000 years from now, people will be worshiping Gail Cord Schuler as a prophet.
Somebody asked him about me. He says, well, you know, nobody here knows what you're talking about. It's kind of like, oh yeah, I'm so hot, man. And she's a little nobody.
Hold on. That's not even how he said it. The way he said it was more like, I really don't want to talk about this because I'm really uncomfortable.
Right.
So he was trying to basically like downplay it for that reason. It wasn't like I'm hot shit.
He's uncomfortable with your fucking
Stalking.
decade-long obsession and stalking of him. I'm sure he probably wishes you would just go away. Unfortunately, probably until you're dead, it's probably not going to happen.
Right.
Brent Spiner doesn't feel that way. He's a humble, down-to-earth
Yes,
guy.
he does. He stated so
And you
publicly.
can listen to the whole Dave Rabbit interview of Brent Spiner at my website or at the link below.
I'm sure he is a nice guy, but you know what? He's not doesn't want to be nice to you because you keep fucking stalking and intruding on his personal life. Leave him alone, you fucking nutcase.
Low, and you can see that the personality of the real Brent Spiner is in stark contrast to this Brent Spiner who showed up
This is
at
your
a
fucking-
Star Trek.
This is just your perception because you're crazy. You need mental help.
Brent Spiner is kind of a smug motherfucker.
Right. That's
Even
what I'm
if
saying.
he is, he doesn't deserve this.
Brent Spiner is not. I mean, she's talking about like, oh, he's so humble and
Yeah.
stuff. Like Brent Spiner is not humble.
I saw one where he literally told this lady, like, stop asking me these questions. I've been answering them for like the last, 20 years, or even longer. He doesn't
At least
even
he's
like
keeping it real.
He doesn't even like to be asked Star Trek related questions because he's been asked pretty much every question you can imagine.
You know, I
So-
think unless he's at the convention, I can understand. If he goes to a convention, he says that, it's like, dude, you're at a fucking Star Trek convention.
Right.
Shut up. You know what I mean? But like, if he's in public and someone's like, oh, you know, I can understand him being like, fuck off.
The lady was the one interview I saw was, I think it was at like a Comic-Con or Star Trek convention, and they asked him, you know, how did you get the role of Data? He's like, because I gave the best audition, you know, like that kind of answer.
Right. You know, I mean, well, in that respect, you know, he's just being an asshole.
Right.
I mean,
right.
sure. But I mean, like, you know, but I mean, that's just kind of how he is. I mean,
Right.
you know, that's what I'm saying. Like, he should be how he wants to be. I mean, that's fine. I mean, if he's an asshole, you know, hey.
Right. Right. But he's not this humble motherfucker.
No,
you know?
the point is that Brent Spiner is like a smug, arrogant douchebag. He's not like
Mr.
he's
Nice
this,
Guy.
He's
Okay.
this humble, nice guy that would never act like this.
Yeah, I really don't know much about him outside the show.
Convention at
Well, I just don't give a shit. That's just his
in
personal life.
Canada, I forget, Vancouver, Canada, and and he said, well, you know,
But I mean, what the fuck are you really going to ask Brent Spiner about other than Star Trek?
What about that classic movie he was in, Out to Sea, with Walter Matthau and Jack Lemmon?
He was also in
Independence Day.
Yeah.
He had like really long hair.
He was the villain in some movie too, and he kept farting. I don't remember what movie that was.
He was in Out to Sea. He was the villain in that one. I'm not sure if that's the one you mean.
I don't think so.
Okay.
well, you know, he kind of says like he's really stuck on himself. Nobody here knows what you're talking about except for you. And then he has this look on his face like he's glad this question came up because this is his chance to show how famous he is and how proud he is of that, which is so different from the real Brett. And you know what to know. So I'd be glad
She's
to
totally misreading his emotions during this answer because he was the entire time. I got the impression of him being like extremely uncomfortable
Right.
and not even wanting to talk about that at all.
She's basically putting what she wants into it,
And
she's
even-
projecting onto him what she wants to say.
Even Marina Sirtis made a comment almost indicating that she knew about it too. She was like, I'm calling the FBI. So
can you really blame them? And
privately about
Ben
that.
had like young boy fantasies about Marina Sirtis like
Yeah.
coming into his bedroom and shit and disrobing and
yeah, I did.
teaching him.
He's like, I have some problems, Captain Troy.
Yeah.
Cancer Troy. I'm the goddess of empathy. Yeah.
Read my mind.
Sure.
Oh, oh man, you're going to the what was that dude's name?
Lieutenant Barclay.
Barclay, yeah. Wow.
Yeah, because he always had fantasies about her in the
And
show.
he would do the he would go on the holodeck and like,
oh yeah,
because he had no confidence in real life, but he'd go on the holodeck and then all of a sudden, Counselor Troy is wanting to fuck his brains out. He also had some weird thing about spanking Wesley Crusher. So
did he?
That's pretty awesome, actually.
There was like
You're a naughty Wesley.
Wesley was there. And I think his like mom was also there. They were like all Victorian garbed and shit.
You know he was banging holograms too. They just
Oh
didn't
yeah,
show that.
yeah. Well, it was heavily implied,
Right.
But then there was like, behave, Wesley, or Master Barkley will give you a spanking. And it's like, I kind of said that like,
what the hell's going on?
why
here?
is that part of the program?
Why is Wesley a part of the program? Period.
Right.
We'll
Let alone a spanking recipient. That's just, I don't know.
We were laughing about this the other day.
If it was like, you know, Master Barkley will come decapitate you.
What the fuck are they talking about?
We're talking about one of the characters from Star Trek. But and I have a question.
Uh-oh.
Okay, you get your own spaceship and a harem of famous men
Mhm.
and women. What? Any you want. Who is your fictional harem? Who is on the Church of Panda?
Anthony Hopkins, because he's intelligent and amazing. Let me think. Like, I'd say Russell Crowe, but he's an alcoholic and has a horrible temper, so that probably wouldn't be useful to me. Uh, do they have to be actors?
No, again, she has Vladimir Putin. You can have heads of state. You can have anyone you want.
Um, do they have to be famous?
No, because she also has Trans Jenkins and people like anyone you want. Name a person on the ship.
You, Dilford, the entirety of Forge Gang, because we need entertainment. The sector, which would probably include some of the same people, but that's not the point. Um,
Your ship / harem is full of internet degenerates. Awesome.
yes, but smart ones for the most part. Some of them useful.
Indeed.
Mm, Neil deGrasse. Um, what is his name? Elon Musk, because we're going to need his help with things because he is quite smart. And if he can't figure it out, he would know the people who could. Johnny Depp, because we need entertainment. Um, Chris Hemsworth, we need eye candy, but we're not taking Liam. Um, and Tom Hiddleston.
Mm.
Oh, wait, David Tennant and Michael Sheen.
All these are good.
All the Doctor Who's and Michael Sheen. And also Godzilla.
Godzilla has to stay in the cargo bay.
No!
Where else are we going to fit him?
He can sleep in my bed, at the foot of my bed. We use one of those shrink ray things.
He's going to be our rocket.
Yes. Only a tad bit more nuclear. That's that's about it.
Okay then.
And maybe David Batista. Because he can punch things. And Mark Copeland. Or something. Mark the Undertaker. Basically. Mark something. I forgot his last name.
And then again, I guess it wouldn't be the Church of Panda. Knowing Panda, we'd be like the Guardians of the Pandaverse or something.
Yes. Because fuck church. We would have Thor and Loki on the ship, for fuck's sake. We would also have David Tennant, who's Doctor Who. But also Matt Smith, which is Doctor Who, so they would constantly fight over who's the real doctor. And then Michael Sheen, so that David Tennant has someone to argue with.
I see.
You have any issues with my
No,
selection?
it's your Guardians of the Pandaverse. You may choose whoever you wanted.
But did I make good choices?
I mean, again, it's your Guardians of the Pandaverse. We're not allowed to criticize your choices. I mean, look at the huge menagerie Gail have picked out.
Yeah, but at least mine are useful.
For hey, I will have you know, Brent Spiner is a doctor, possibly the greatest doctor ever. He managed to do penis surgery on himself.
And Matthew McConaughey.
Yes.
I hate him so much.
All right.
No. Heck.
Okay then.
I hate him. I hate him so much.
Be like, okay, well that
Yeah,
makes
that's
sense.
good. Let's get on with that, please.
Chop Wesley's fucking head off.
Quill Wheaton. Quill Wheaton is the only Star Trek cast member that knows who TJ is.
And he hates
TJ.
Well, you don't.
It's
we don't
mutual. The feeling is mutual.
we don't. I hated him first.
That's true.
Because before I was even the Amazing Atheist, I hated Will Wheaton's fucking retarded
Dude,
ass.
we need
for
to find
ruining,
something
like, the
that
first
Will
2
Wheaton is going
seasons.
to, so you can walk up to him like some autograph thing and be like, "You're the worst." Like we can feel like you're the worst Star Trek character of all time. You're an annoying human being. You're a piece of shit, and just go on this list of how terrible he is.
He was in Star Trek Nemesis, but they cut his scene. He's at Riker and Counselor Troy's wedding at the beginning of the movie. And they fucking cut his scene. They brought him in and filmed it and everything and cut his scene. It's pretty crazy.
I agree with that artistic.
It was like
decision.
20. It was like 20 seconds. You know.
Still,
It's
that
funny.
20 seconds would have ruined that already terrible movie.
Yeah, this would have made that would have made it like go from like a fucking 4 to like a 1.
You know, I think Brent Spiner was one of the head writers of Nemesis too. Pretty sure about that. Yeah, isn't that weird? It all comes back full circle. It might have been Brett
Didn't
Spiner's
Jonathan
clone.
Frakes direct that one too?
He directed a few of them, but I don't know about that one.
I know he directed First Contact.
Yeah, he directed First Contact.
And I know
but that's one of the better ones.
I know he directed Insurrection too, though.
Insurrection's one of the worst ones.
Yeah, Insurrection
is the worst Next Generation one.
I would say I don't know. I would almost say it's the worst Star Trek movie. Would you say that's the worst, or would you say the
Final Frontier?
What would God need with the starship?
Yeah, Spock has a brother that we've never.
Yeah.
Also,
you know, and I mean, if the show's on HBO, we could separately. So
I wonder if
There's a silver lining, TJ.
I wonder if she explains, exactly what they are and how they work.
They're just android clones of her that you have sex with. It's pretty self-explanatory.
And they're actually like an android that looks and behaves with 98% accuracy, just like me. And they give these Gail sex dummies to the 40 men on my marriage list. I I don't know if every single one of the 40 has one, but I think most of them have one. And that's how they get their sexual needs met. This dummy is like an android of myself.
So there are 40 men, she said.
40.
And
how could you actually go around believing this shit?
They wouldn't have sex with a real person if they had the chance because they have a Gail sex dummy.
And they're not having sex with the real Gail.
It's like
her
the
sex
data,
dummy. Yeah,
it's like the data version of Gail.
exactly.
You know, and you know, it's important to note that it's not, these men, they know that even though there's 39 other prestigious men competing for her affections, it's worth it to just swear off any other woman for life, even for the outside chance that you might one day get to be with Gail. Because, I mean, just look at her, listen to her. First of all, she's like the next Galileo. And second of all, I mean, have you ever even seen a more attractive woman in all your life?
Never.
I don't think you ever have. So
impossible.
I can understand these guys on the Church of Gail and their 40 sex robots.
We've got a problem right now.
Problem right now.
Keanu Reeves.
Keanu?
She can't.
Keanu Reeves?
She can't even say
Yeah, she
Keanu
can't
Reeves.
pronounce Keanu Reeves.
So this guy's supposedly in love with her, but she doesn't even know his fucking name.
40 on my marriage list was really upset because he couldn't find his dummy. He lives at, I believe he lives at Church of Gail, like most of the men on my marriage list do. And he wanted to make love to the dummy and he couldn't find her. So he got
That
really
is
upset. In
unfortunate.
fact, I'll read you what he said.
There's like
He said, "I'm
there should be
not
a
sure
children's book based on this.
What?
Keanu Reeves loses his Gail sex doll and has to go find it. It should be like a pop-up book.
So there's 40 men, most of them actors.
God, I would love to track these guys down and show them this video. I'm like, do you have 5 minutes, sir?
And they
we
live
have
on
something to show you.
They live on an intergalactic starship.
And if they deny it,
/ church.
She'll just say, what's her standard line? If the people deny it, they're clones, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Has she ever given an explanation as to why she's not on this church?
Probably not.
Starship.
I mean, it could have happened, but does it really even matter?
No. I mean, it's obviously just a bunch of bullshit anyways.
No, Scotty, I believe in the Church of Gail.
Okay.
Hashtag I believe. Hashtag I believe.
But I can't find my Gail sex dummy. I mean, I was just using it the other day,
Does
and
Gail
now
use the
it's
Gail
gone.
sex
No
dummy? 'Cause
way.
she's so amazing,
Has anyone seen it? I really need it right now. This is most bodacious, and then
Hold on.
Wait, what? Most bodacious.
First of all,
bodacious is a positive.
Yeah,
thing.
first of all, bodacious is that's a positive term.
Yeah,
Like,
he'd be like bummer or
Be like-
something.
if the
Why-
proper word would be like that's bogus or something
Yeah.
like that.
Why-
Even if you're gonna go with that lingo,
But even more important, why is it like Bill and Ted's
Yeah,
Excellent
I know.
Adventure?
because maybe that's the only thing she's ever seen him in. You know?
Bodacious. I can't find the doll. It doesn't make any sense.
It's so stupid.
There's so much wrong with this.
Dude, where's my Gail sex doll?
Poor
Bodacious.
Poor Keanu.
Keanu.
Next thing Keanu Reeves stars in is Dude, Where's My Sex Doll?
That'd be pretty great.
Bill and
Gail would have to play herself.
of How to Find My Sex Doll.
Well, I mean, I guess technically, as she mentioned, it's an android programmed to act and think exactly like her. So technically, she'd play herself, and she would just put on some like face paint and become like Data and be the sex doll too.
I can't even with this woman.
No,
Poor Keanu can't find his sex doll. Whoa, this is bodacious.
Whoa.
It's so ridiculous.
my men, Brent Spiner, Matthew McConaughey, and Gerard,
Gerard
Butler,
Butler.
Hugh Jackman. They tried to console him.
Hugh Jackman. So it's just like it's a fucking spaceship full of famous actors that all want this woman, but instead of like banging her on Earth, they're on the spaceship and they all have sex dolls.
What is the
And they
mission?
console each other. Sorry, you couldn't find your sex, dummy.
What is the mission of the Church of Gail? Like, what is it out there doing? Is it
to worship Gail? I think.
But why do they need to be in space flying
They
around
can't
for that?
properly worship her on Earth, TJ.
Why not?
Too much interference from like sound
Interference,
waves.
huh? Okay.
And the beams they put into people's brain to make them not worship Gail. You know.
Yeah, that is
the mind
unfortunate.
control beams.
The Jesuits are too strong here on Earth, so
exactly.
But Jesuits are out there and they're fucking shooting photon torpedoes and shit.
But the
at
Church
them.
of Gail is strong enough to repel those attacks in space.
And
but
then-
they can't contend with a taco and burrito.
Right.
In fact, one time they were one bean away from being
What?
destroyed. One bean away.
Yeah.
Brent said, "I don't believe I've seen your dummy, Kanye."
So obviously she's making this up as she goes along. It sounds what bullshit am I gonna say next? I
Are
mean
you sure
this is so transparent.
You didn't misplace it. Matthew McConaughey said, "Oh no, I hope you find her soon. I'd hate to think it walked away and got lost or stolen." And then Gerard Butler wrote, "Matthew, those little lassies, as I understand, are highly subservient. It would be highly uncharacteristic for one of those dummies to just walk
Those
away and
little
leave
lassies.
Oh my god.
bloke. I'll send a note to the church's lost and found desk to let them know to keep an eye out for it, Kanyo." Then Hugh
Keanu.
Kanyo.
Keanu. Keanu Reeves. So embarrassing.
Yeah.
The Church of Gail.
Gail faces Antichrist Zack Knight in the courtroom.
Oh my God. It's happening.
I have heroically stood by my men,
Yep.
even sending them nudes to bring them out of depression because
Whoa. You know, but I kind of noticed something. Like, and someone actually, I was looking at the chat, someone actually kind of caught on to something. Like, TJ, the Jesuits.
Oh.
Yeah, I was about
That's
to
something you
say.
want to tell us, TJ?
You had sent her nudes
Or
to
should I
some
call
trolls.
you the Jesuits?
And weirdly enough, they
jig
never
is up,
them
TJ.
totally
Let's
like,
just move on
no,
from
the
this.
two cursed and deleted them.
You know, those
TJ.
rumors are completely
Hey, TJ.
You're on the
unfounded.
spot now, TJ.
TJ, you've been
Piece
caught.
of shit.
Those rumors are completely
You've been
unfounded.
caught.
I've never met the Jesuits. You know, it is merely a coincidence. The name, the TJ could stand for many things.
Where's Gail Starship, TJ?
Thomas James.
Why are you stopping Gail,
The
TJ?
Jesuits.
TJ, why are you stopping Gail from leaving Earth?
Taco. Jalapeno.
TJ, why are you stopping Gail from leaving Earth?
Titty juice.
You're a bad person, TJ. No one
Tiberius Jones.
likes you. No one likes you, TJ.
The Joker.
Go find your Gail sex dummy, TJ.
I like my Gail sex dummy. My Gail sex dummy is Gail.
Okay.
they've endured from Zack Knight's Jesuit order. I knew there was a risk that my nudes would be confiscated by evil people and used against me, but I so loved my men and was willing to heal them with my nude body that I did this. You know, Brett
beautiful.
Spine.
It's like the most harrowing story of courage I've ever heard in my life.
She risked everything just to.
Ma'am, your nudes are not making anyone feel better. I can assure you.
What are you talking about? She is a sex icon, don't you know? She has lured in such famous names as Gerard Butler and Keanu Reeves.
Keanu Reeves. Keanu, where art thou, Keanu? You'd think if she was going to make up an entire relationship with somebody, she'd at least pronounce their name right.
Hey. He's a bit
Yeah.
frazzled right now. His Gale sex robot got stolen. It was most bodacious.
Isn't lassie an Irish term?
Yes. For some reason, Gerard Butler is. She thinks Gerard Butler is Irish.
He's very much Scottish. Um,
Are you telling me this isn't lolcow of the year every year in your book? Her men are on a spaceship getting chased by a giant taco and burrito. At one point, they were one bean away from destruction.
those are some powerful beings in space, because apparently they have beings in space. Because why wouldn't they have beings in space? Heck,
Yes.
this is
And
insane.
this woman broke in your mind.
A little bit, yeah.
Do I have a bad habit of showing you things that break your mind?
Yes, you do. Every time I follow one of your holes, I end up broken and confused.
Welcome to the Trollverse.
And yet I skip and I hop all the way down the rabbit holes. All naive and shit. Just following back.
I'm like the bunny from Alice in Wonderland if he was fucking evil.
That is a great analogy. Alice is in the corner cradling herself.
Yeah, she's just cradling herself, asking, "Why did he do that to my potatoes?"
Mm-hmm. I still haven't forgiven you for the potatoes.
Hey, Panda.
Show her
Sometimes you
nudes.
make yourself
Here,
into
when he
a
became
fraud.
aware of the full extent of Laurie McBride's rape of him in 1992, he had repressed this because it was so painful. He went in denial about it.
So hold
The
on.
psychiatrist.
She's basically saying that Brent Spiner's, I don't know, is that still his girlfriend?
Yeah, and they may even be married. I'm not sure.
Either his wife or his girlfriend. She's actually saying that she raped him back in 1992.
Yes, and she's a Jesuit.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Did she rape the real Brent Spiner or his clone?
The real one.
Oh, the real one. Okay.
I'm sure. Otherwise, she wouldn't even have called it Brent.
Threw it out of him. He became seriously depressed. And I believe that if I had not stood by him and sent him my nudes to comfort him, he may have killed himself. And I am punished for standing by my men. Zach Knight tastelessly stole a video of my nudes to Brent and has taken a still from this and displayed this to the world, blaming his crimes on the King James only people who I suspect secretly work for him. And I am punished for standing by my men through the Jesuit rages of hell.
Yep.
Would you like to
crazy how she's discriminated against like that, man.
Would you like to comment on that, TJ?
Yeah, I mean,
why'd you do that to Gail, TJ?
Well, I mean, I'm not Zach Knight, but I know Zach Knight.
TJ, but you're the Jesuits.
I'm not the Jesuits. I am but a tool of the Jesuits.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
I'm not. I took the name TJ to stand for the Jesuits
Oh,
because I
tool
work
of the
for
Jesuits.
the Jesuits.
Ah,
I'm a tool of the Jesuits. I work
Ah.
for Zach Knight. I'm like, it's not like I'm not the real Santa. The real but I'm one of his helpers.
I see.
And I'm a helper of Zach Knight, as many people, influential people in media and politics are. And basically, the Jesuit order, we've been monitoring Gail for quite some time. She does pose a mild threat to us. Her pitiful starship, the Church of Gail, which we've nearly destroyed on several occasions.
Photon torpedoes and a bean, like a
one time it was one bean from destruction. That's because a brilliant plan. We imbued a taco and a burrito with sentience and sent them in pursuit of the Church of Gail, which of course is manned completely by Gail's male love slaves, most of whom are famous celebrities. Matthew McConaughey, Brent Spiner, so on and so forth.
Gerard Butler.
But these people they're ants to us. We're the Jesuits. We're the most powerful order in existence. We're the second most powerful. The Illuminati are slightly more powerful, but
Illuminati.
It's not as big of a disparity as people think. The Illuminati, they get talked about probably 10 times as much as the Jesuits do, but really it's a very minor difference. The Illuminati, they're probably like Frieza level, and we're like, we're like Frieza, and they're like Goku once he became a Super Saiyan. It's a close fight, but we're pretty fucking awesome and powerful, and we're always looking for new recruits. So if any of you guys want to join the Jesuits, always looking for new members. Now you have to start off as a peon. Your life is completely expendable to us, and we really place no value upon you. But if you prove yourself at that and you don't die, eventually you could ascend to the rank of being like my butt slave or something. So, and of course you get to destroy Gail in the process.
Of course you get to destroy Gail.
And then Zach Knight has the nerve to lie about me and say that I sent the still to him. I most certainly did not.
Did our guest leave?
Yes. So Zach Knight, did she actually send it to Zach Knight?
Yeah, well,
no, she said to Brent Spiner. Come on, guys.
I'm not. I don't know all of Zach's affairs, but I know that Zach keeps a very close eye on Gail, and he pretty much has all of her communications with anybody.
So you think Zach intercepted it?
It's barely even interception. The security of the Church of Gail is a joke. We can pretty much read their information at will.
So why haven't you been able to destroy it then?
Is it Jesus?
I find it ridiculous that you even ask those questions. This is a terrorist group. Are you saying you support Gail, the Church of Gail? They're terrorists. We created a sentient taco and burrito, and they were good people, and Gail destroyed them.
We're just trying to ask questions.
And she besmirched their memory in a slanderous video.
We're just trying to ask questions,
claiming that they sentient taco and burrito were eating people in Mexico,
you can get upset,
when in fact they were building hospitals for children in Mexico.
We're just here to ask questions, TJ.
And
if you want to dodge these questions,
why are you getting so defensive?
Zach Knight is a brilliant man. And I didn't come. This is why I was so reticent to come forward as a Jesuit, because I am not going to sit here and be questioned about Zach Knight.
Are you Zach Knight, TJ?
You can ask a lot of questions.
Does Zach Knight even exist, TJ?
Skepticism.
You can't handle the truth, TJ.
Skepticism is okay.
TJ.
It's okay sometimes, Scotty.
TJ.
But when it comes to Zach Knight,
does Zach Knight even exist?
Who can say?
Are you Zach Knight, TJ?
There's a little
maybe
Zach Knight
maybe the universe is Zach Knight. Have you ever thought about that?
Are you Zach Knight, TJ?
Maybe maybe Zach Knight is within me.
You know how TJ dodges these questions.
I'm not dodging them. I'm just trying to communicate to you on a deeper spiritual level that you're not accustomed to even communicating on about Zach Knight.
I don't think you are, TJ. I think there's some ad hoc responses, TJ.
Look, we don't have to prove anything to you. We're the fucking Jesuits. We control at least 17% of the world. So fuck off.
Well, TJ,
let me. How much? What
TJ, you're forgetting what I'm part of,
percent
bitch. The Illuminati.
You know what? But I'm a higher rank in the Jesuits than you are in the Illuminati. You're just the vice chair of finance in the Illuminati.
You know what? We're still more powerful.
I am the co-president.
Well, take this outside.
All right,
bitch.
fine. That's it. You know what?
Take this outside.
I'm tired of fucking living in the shadows of fucking Zach Knight. There is no Zach Knight. He's a creation of me. I created Zach Knight. I control Zach Knight. I manipulate Zach Knight.
You heard it first here.
I am
TJ
Zach
is
Knight.
Zach Knight.
You know what, Zach? You ever seen fucking Iron Man 3?
Uh-huh.
That disappointing ass shit where the Mandarin was just like a joke?
Yeah.
That's fucking Zach Knight. He's my Mandarin. You know, I'm the real fucking head honcho of this shit. Gail's stupid ass been fucking chasing phantoms with Zach Knight. I'm the real fucking head of the show. I run this bitch. I am the Jesuits. TJ. It was right before your eyes the whole time.
Wow.
The greatest trick the devil ever pulled was convincing the world you didn't exist.
It's not easy for me to set news down. I'm
Unusual
a born-again
suspects,
Christian,
bitch.
you know? But I loved my men. I was willing to
usual
do it. I
suspects.
did this for Brent Spiner. Zach Knight is very tricky and deceptive.
Yep.
His followers,
Even
I
trickier
believe,
than you
hacked into
imagine,
my
bitch.
computer and modified some emails I sent to Brent Spiner that made me appear to doubt my
I told
Jesus
you.
and doubt Brent.
I told you. We
It caused
control
Brent
her
to worry about
systems.
me very much.
We
This happened in the
manipulate her
past
like a
week.
puppet.
Terrence Jenkins helped me. Judge Terrence Jenkins helped me to discover that this was happening because Brent's
TJ.
comments about me seemed out of
You know, you guys.
God, TJ, you're working every angle.
You guys asked me a little earlier why we haven't destroyed the Church of Gail yet, and honestly, I'll come right out and say it because it doesn't really affect my plans anyway. That the Church of Gail is part of our plan. It's another system for control, much like how in the Matrix sequels you learn that Neo was actually a creation of the very system that he was supposedly supposed to thwart, and that's the same thing here. Gail is just a pawn. She's an unwitting pawn, but she's just a pawn. Everything she does is what we want, and that's all.
That simple.
Yeah.
character for Brent.
I think I've addressed enough about this situation for today.
Yeah, I'd say so.
If people have more questions about the Jesuits, be sure to ask me, and you can become a recruit. And then Gail came back.
Gail.
Oh shit!
Share with us your wisdom.
There is so much trust between Brent and myself.
There
Zach
is.
Knight and his followers are
Holy
experts at impersonation and defamation, because I adore my Jesus and have absolute faith in both Brent and Jesus and welcome their counsel.
I have absolute faith in Goku.
This impersonator shot
Goku was pretty
insults.
awesome.
They were imitating me,
Goku's
pretending like they
fucking
were
saved the
writing
earth.
this letter. They took
What
my
has
email
fucking
and
Gail done
modified
for
it
us lately?
and made me appear different than who I am. They shot insults at both Jesus and Brent and made me appear a rebellious hellraiser, much like Laurie McBride has been to Brent. I very much suspect Zach Knight is behind this junk. Zach refuses to take lie detection about this. I've asked him, I said, Zach, are you secretly supporting the King James only people and just pretend and saying you sympathize with me about them and you really are on their side? I believe if he was truly innocent, he would jump at the chance to prove his innocence with lie detection and
Okay.
So apparently, this come from a time period where Zach Knight was not yet like the leader of the Jesuits, but just some person she had some issue with. Because it seems like she's not as condemning him as strongly here. Like she's talking about actually like being in direct communication with him and being like, take a lie detector test, and he's like being deceitful from her. But now she's just like outright like Zach Knight's trying to destroy me and firing photons at me.
Some weak photons. Maybe she meant futons.
Futons.
Maybe she meant he was
Or
firing
croutons.
Yeah, or croutons. Something else.
Croutons.
Wish I had some croutons.
Here's a video. It's a autobiographical video made by
Satan.
Close.
Satan.
Oh, shit.
Made by Gail Cord Schuler.
Telling her life story.
Yeah, telling basically the section of her life from birth up until 1993, where Brent Spiner fell madly in love for Gail.
Right.
Yes.
I'll know that happened.
Gabriel Chana is Gail Cord's pen name. Laurie McBride is the wife of the Jesuit clone of actor Brent Spiner. The real Brent Spiner has had no willing and knowing sex with this publicist and has never, ever desired her. While Brent desired Gail every day from 1990 to now, Jesuits stole Brent's semen and then used this semen to impregnate or implant it into Lori without sex. From 1992 to now, Lori threatens death to Gail if Brent won't cooperate with her desire for publicity as Brent's sexual partner, if Brent won't play her game. Since Gail's divorce in 2001, Gail has not dated anyone and has only had sex with one man her entire life, her ex-husband. Brent Spiner, in his CD Dreamland, sings about Gail and his journey with her from 1990 to now.
Right.
What? Oh yeah. Brent Spiner has an album.
And that song was about her.
Yeah, exactly.
I wish we could play it on the show, but
yeah,
we can't.
So have you been watching this on the show? JF, have you seen the Church of Gail stuff?
No, I don't know at all about it.
Oh, okay. Yeah, it's I guess it's a lot to explain.
Yes.
It really is.
Yeah.
But it seems like another of those sex stories touching the church. A church.
It's the
stand up,
Church
pause
of
for a
Gail.
second.
It's not a real church, intergalactic spacecraft.
So that French Canadian man they're talking to is JF Gillespie. His wife recently went missing. And he says that she told him to drop her off near the woods, and he did. And she just went missing. A lot of people think he murdered her. But JF is a very, very weird man. He's a doctor of theoretical physics, and he accepted bribe money. Trying to think of the word. Grant money from Epstein. And he has like a bunch of really bad takes. Like he thinks that autism might be the next step in human evolution. So men and women should be looking for partners with mental disabilities. Weird stuff. Really weird stuff.
So what is your take on anal?
Well, I mean, if ass weren't meant to be eaten, why does it come between two tasty-looking buns?
Okay, what about you, Dilford?
What?
What's your take on anal?
I don't know. I'm just.
That completely fucked both of y'all up for a second.
Good God.
Yeah, it was weird. I used to sit in the back rooms for the drunken peasants, and they'd have JF back there, and he would say the most off-the-wall shit. He'd be like, "You know, Pac-Man, the idea of the pedophile is actually a lie. The reason women start ovulating at 13 is because that is nature telling them to reproduce." Now, like, JF, we're not having this conversation.
Ew.
With famous male actors that I can't even go any further. I don't know.
Look, it's real easy, Ben. All right, look.
Okay.
Look, the person we're listening to right now is Gail Cord Schuler.
Great author.
She believes that Brent Spiner, the actor who played Data on Star Trek: The Next Generation, is in love with her. He, in fact, has nothing to do with her. She believes that he is part of a crew of men that include Matthew McConaughey, Vladimir Putin, and others who make up a crew of a starship called the Church of Gail, which is dedicated, I guess, to her, and that they all are madly in love with her, and they
have sex with clones.
They
of
have
Gail as
sex
well.
with robots.
Yeah, robots. Okay.
That are designed to look like Gail, but they've never had sex with the actual Gail. But they are fiercely loyal to her and in love with her because she's obviously so magnificent. And in fact, according to her, Brent Spiner once said that she was the next Galileo. So,
Well, this is one of the most complex construction I've heard of.
that's just scratching the surface.
Yes.
Gail broke down in tears when she first heard it on February 8th,
So
2010.
why is Gail talking about herself in the third person here?
She's telling her own story.
Okay.
In third person.
1957.
I can
Gail was
explain
born
that.
September 5th.
She's talking about herself in
1957.
third person because she's reading from her book.
Phone.
Oh. I've always saw that as really cringy.
What, to write a book about yourself?
No, the third person thing.
Well, I mean, you have to remember, she wrote it in the perspective that you're not her. Like, you're not the main character. You're just an onlooker seeing this from the outside.
Because nobody else found her interesting enough to write about. Except for maybe a psychologist in his dissertation. Or medical logging. She is quite fascinating with her stories. Because if all these people are on her spaceship, how are they still on Earth?
Again, those aren't the real them. Those are Jesuit clones. That's why the clones aren't interested in her.
Because it's impossible for anyone not to want to sleep with the crazy lady. I can't imagine not wanting to get super yeast.
Hey, I mean, what do you think of that vintage Gale photo there?
She looks crazy then, too. That looks like a picture from a serial killer documentary.
Well, you have to remember this is back when she was still with her husband, and he was a trucker, so he wasn't there most of the time. So she would just watch Alex Jones and write letters to Brent Spiner. After like the first 6, he got a restraining order against her. And yes, I do believe, as she was saying, this is back in 1990. I guess the best way I can describe it is, you know how like a movie comes out and for like teenagers, and for a minute or maybe a couple of years, that person is that teenager's heartthrob.
Mm-hmm.
That's what happened with her and Star Trek: The Next Generation. But she never grew out of it.
Clearly. She grew a restraining order out of it. Accent is on point. It is on point. But I am going to go insane if I continue to watch this.
Now we switch to how to basic, right?
No, we do not.
What if I told you he could teach you how to pick a lock? Oh, did you guys know? Walkman Jack got arrested.
Who?
He was this crazy crack addict with a gambling addiction, so he'd live stream himself just playing video poker all day, and like he would lose everything, and then he'd get $2, like a $10 donation, be right back at it.
Lord have mercy.
I know Panda's over here like, you sector people find weirdos.
No, I figured that out with this one. There is no question on the table. There's just me cradling myself and asking why.
Hey, if you stare long enough into the sector, eventually the sector stares back.
Clearly. And then it gives you emotional damage.
That's a lot of damage.
Emotional damage. Look at my damage.
Yeah, Panda used to be Puerto Rican before she met me. She used to be muy guapo. Showed her a video, she turned pale white.
Yeah, my brain's broke. I got nothing. Hack has broken me again.
Well, of course I broke you, Panda. I'm the trash man.
I'm sitting on your shoulder in that picture, talking to you about my trauma, and you're smoking your cigar, thinking, this is interesting, very interesting. Tell me more. And how do you feel about that?
You're telling me your trauma is not like, but have you heard of Queen of Spades?
And then I just fall over and give up.
I say that and the Panda just falls to the floor dead. And I'm like, Dilford, bring the Pulp Fiction kit.
And I'm over there shaking in the corner talking about Suit Yourself and Valkyrie and how they're all working together. To take down some insignificant piece of shit on the internet.
Hey, I mean, How do you know that's not true, Phantom? Maybe we're all part of the internet Illuminati.
Sure.
That apparently are a bunch of Christian priests, according to Gail.
Yeah, that's interesting considering the fact that I'm pagan. But anyway, I'm going to go to bed and try not to have nightmares.
You're just gonna wake up in a pool. You're just gonna wake up in a pool of your own sweat. No, Nukaki.
Yes. I'm gonna have dreams about getting sperm all over me.
It's gonna be crazy.
Ugh. Okay, I'm okay. Bye.
See you later.